Welcome to the Bourbon Basement.
Hey!
Here we are.
Here we are.
Special morning podcast. You can't see the light coming in because we have lighting in here.
I saw the light.
Special morning podcast here from the Bourbon Basement.
That's right.
We're up. We're fresh in the morning. We're going to start off by ruining our day.
It's 9:45.
9:45, here we are.
Yep, that's right.
We planned on doing it earlier, but someone has a fetish for the snow.
That's true. Yep. This guy, right here. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Hello, welcome to the Bourbon Basement. I'm Everett, aka Twitch Thought / Twitch Thought at all the social media garbage. This is my boy Baka Brandon at all the social media garbage.
I'm not on any social media. You will find me nowhere.
So, for starters, we like to pregame with a little bit of the Liquid IV BioLite IV in a bottle. You know, thanks to our sponsors. And we also like to start off with a little bit of scripture. You know, we're gonna be reading again.
I go into a fugue state as he reads, and I dream about slitting my wrists.
We're gonna be reading from the book of Leviticus yet again.
He loves Leviticus.
I do. I love the book of Leviticus. If
anything
you know anything,
hellfire and brimstone here.
That's right. If you know anything about me, I love Leviticus. So we're gonna, for those of you reading along at home, we're reading from the book of Leviticus. I just said that.
Yeah.
It's chapter 12, verse 5. Okay. We're reading out of the King James version. So you NIV motherfuckers at home, you can go fuck right off. All right. But if she bear a maid child, that's a female child. We keep it gender neutral here, but this is the Bible. But if she bear a maid child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, a fortnight. Fun fact.
Very cool video game, yeah.
Yes. As in her separation. Her separation is her child. And she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days.
What he said.
Amen. So I'd like to take a minute to reflect on that while we drink our BioLites, our liquid IV in a bottle. We hydrate before we drink, and we think about what God was saying there.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no fucking idea what God was saying there.
If you have a daughter, you're unclean.
At least for a fortnight.
For a fortnight.
At least for a fortnight.
Yes.
That's a good thing I don't have a daughter. A dotier.
Yeah, you would not make it into the kingdom of heaven.
I know.
Yeah. Also, if you have any blemishes, you won't make it in. Leviticus!
Well, I've got plenty of blemishes. It's why I keep this mustache.
Well.
This horrid mustache.
I keep this mustache because, I'm a jaded cop.
Are you?
A little bit. A little bit. Not today.
Are we doing Jaded Cop right now?
No. Mm-mm. This thing going on the side of my head, I wish someone would have told me about, was there.
What thing?
This right here.
I don't know what your pompadour is supposed to look like, to be honest with you.
A little bit more like that. It's
okay.
Fine. Okay, so we're going to pound this BioLite. We're going to pound this bottle. Oh, hey! There's a bottle of bourbon. I forget that we're doing the Bourbon
Bible Basement.
Bourbon Bible Basement. Let's get rid of that. You want to go ahead and give the audience
I can do that.
a little bit of what we're reading?
That's my thing.
Drinking? No.
At Oregon Spirit Distillers, our roots run deep. We cultivate vital relationships with local farmers to grow our grains. As a celebration of the land we have loved for generations, our expert distillers refine each spirit to deliver the American whiskey promise. While the journey takes time, it's worth it. Bend, Oregon. Great whiskey takes time. Oregon Spirit Distillers is dedicated to making a time-honored tradition of authentic American whiskey. Last sight, aged 4 years, 4-grain, straight American bourbon whiskey. Born in the heart of the Pacific Northwest, our bourbon matures for 4 years beneath the Oregon sun until its frontier spirit is perfected. While a rich blend of locally sourced 4-grain mash shines, what makes this straight American bourbon whiskey truly special is that it comes from our family's hands to yours, small batch distilled.
So what kind of skies, what kind of clouds do you imagine the Oregon skies have?
Well, I went to Oregon during October when...
Recently?
No, when I was there. And Oregon, like most of the Pacific Northwest, for a good portion of the year, is a cloudy hellhole to most people. Me, being a daywalker that I am, does not call the sun a friend. So Oregon, Seattle, that type of place, lovely to me. But most people find it a hellscape, and they have high depression rates because of the constant rain and lack of sunshine. Vitamin D is good for you kids.
Do you imagine that the clouds in Oregon are primarily... Wait, ASMR 'em.
Here, you...
Oh, yeah, that was a good pop. That was a good pop.
because you kind of have to, like, pop it out.
Yeah, you gotta...
You know.
Yeah. Would you imagine that the clouds in Oregon are mostly heroin-based?
I
with
think
precipitation and
they're
stuff like that?
mostly based off of Joe Biden's weather weapon that Alex Jones recently talked about and has talked about for years.
Yep.
The Democrats do have a weather weapon.
It's true.
You should be very worried. They will send Kentucky tornadoes to your home.
Give me some ice, too.
Yes. Brenna has said she is abandoning us on doing neat bourbon. She has no respect for tradition.
It's okay, though.
That's
And
exactly what I said.
that she does not respect our craft.
Well, you know,
Pretty much.
you can't blame her for... We've had some doozies.
And let me spin that bottle around.
Alrighty, let it...
This video will be instantly demonetized because you told me to go open blouse. Blouse. What the fuck am I saying? We're gender neutral here. Shirt, blouse, cardigan. Don't let your gendered terms involve us. What? That did he already drink it?
No. No, I'm just taking a look.
You did not have that face was not.
It's very aromatic.
I love it. The smell, at least.
I'm really drunk.
I'm getting super caramel.
Pretty drunk.
I'm already drunk.
Yeah,
Not from the
Everett's already
smell.
drunk.
You
No,
know,
just from the smell. He's super lightweight these days.
That's true. Yeah, anymore.
Anymore has 4 bottles of wine. Yeah, I'm so lightweight.
5.
5.
4.5.
4.5.
4.5 bottles of wine. Several Nitro Brew beers. A Blue Moon Sky.
Light sky.
Light Sky. Yeah, I'm a
Brandon.
little litty, bro.
Hashtag Liddy. This is going to be the one where Everett crawls on the floor.
This is gonna be the one where I puke on camera.
You did
Probably.
Puke, you did puke on camera
No, I
before.
puked off camera.
Yeah, you did.
This is gonna be the one where I puke on the floor. Let's go ahead and just hand me the trash can. Just in case. Y'all, I am a little bit drunk. We're doing a little impromptu podcast of the Bourbon
I
Basement.
thought it would be a great idea to do a morning podcast to just become the... What's the word I'm looking for here? You know, the big a caricature of our own podcast and devolve to even lower standards where it's already abhorrent enough that we drink a full bottle of bourbon each podcast, but why not do it first thing in the morning?
While we're blitz drunk already.
And while Everett's blitz drunk already. Correction.
Yeah. This guy. What time is it?
It's 10 o'clock in the
10
morning.
o'clock in the morning.
It's when
We're still in
drinking
breakfast
the whole-
hours right now.
Yeah.
We did have breakfast.
We did have breakfast, but 10:30. That's when breakfast officially ends. Everyone goes off the McDonald's standard. That's the official end of breakfast is 10:30.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like it. Well, cheers.
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 And also, Happy New Year's
Cheers.
Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Here we are. I love it.
Spicy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's good.
This is the first good one this is the first one I've enjoyed in a while besides like the Buffalo Trace, which is a shoe-in. It is very
Angel's
We
Envy.
did
spicy.
Angel's Envy last week.
Yeah.
I forgot we did Angel's Envy last week. You're right.
Yeah, it's good.
You're welcome. I picked it out myself.
It's awesome.
A
Yeah.
little spicy. I gotta take it slow.
It's a very interesting flavor.
And I don't think I can drink big gulps of it, otherwise I will throw up.
It is sweet, but it is also spicy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you need to tom up first?
No. No, I like to.
I mean, you've been drinking wine all night. Wine is the worst for heartburn.
No, wine is the worst for headaches. But as long as I keep drinking throughout the day, and then I slowly progress into something that will give me less of a hangover, you know? That's how you avoid the hangover, right? You hair the dog it. But as long as you stay awake, you never sleep, and you keep drinking, you can transition from the headache drink into more of just kind of like a throwy-uppy drink and less of a headache. And you wear off, you hair the dog it initially, and then you fade into something where you just wake up and you're a little bit tired.
How do you feel about morning drinks?
I don't like it. I don't like drinking in the morning.
No, I mean like morning mixed drinks.
Yeah, like hair of the dog, like actual hair of the dog?
No, not like actual hair. When you're saying hair of the dog, you're just saying drinking what you were already drinking last night or drinking alcohol.
No, I just mean like
I'm talking, when I'm
drinking-
saying morning drinks, I'm talking like...
Like a mimosa.
Yes, like a mimosa,
an
thank you.
Irish coffee.
Are you saying like day drinking?
No, like morning drinks. Drinks that are meant to be drank in the morning. Mimosas, Irish coffee, Bloody Mary.
Oh, well, Bloody Marys are gross.
Yeah, Bloody Marys are that's what I was getting at the end of this question. Bloody Marys are disgusting, yes?
Yeah.
The idea of drinking tomato juice and vodka with a stick of celery,
Yeah.
is that not
Cold.
repulsive?
Yeah, why do you want alcoholic cold soup?
And, like, think about like a V8, if you ever had a V8, which is terrible, like
I don't like V8 at
the
all.
texture of it, how thick it is. It's
Yeah.
disgusting. It's like a can of Campbell's soup with vodka.
I mean, I like Campbell's. Like, it's more like SpaghettiOs soup.
Yeah, yeah.
I like SpaghettiOs.
It's wretched.
Yeah, it's like that straight out of the can without the noodles, but with vodka instead.
Or the meatballs.
Yeah.
Like, why would you eat or drink anything without the meatballs?
I don't understand why people want vodka and gin-soaked olives either. That grosses me out. Not even an olive guy, like in martinis.
Martinis, yeah.
Yeah, vodka or gin-soaked olives. Ugh.
Yeah.
With the pit.
Yeah. Or olive flavored alcohol. I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Aren't, like
some people like it with like all the olive juice in it. You know?
Yeah. Isn't that
You-
what like a
love
classic
olives.
martini? Not ordering like a vodka martini, but
It's
isn't
like a
it
dirty
Yeah, but
martini.
aren't
dirty
you...
martini is just olive juice and gin, right?
Olive juice and vodka normally. I feel like gin's normally more with like a dry martini.
Oh, okay.
Are you not the person who drank pickle juice with vodka
When did I do that?
when you were a child?
No.
Okay,
Never
then
done
somebody
that.
I
That's
know.
a common thing.
Pickle juice is
Pickleback.
common for
Yeah.
athletes because it puts salt back in your muscles quicker than sports drinks will.
A lot of people do
Pedialyte.
use it as a chaser.
Quicker than
too.
Pedialyte.
Salt water.
Pickle juice will put it back in you quicker. than
Orphan
Pedialyte.
tears. Adrenochrome. Speaking of adrenochrome, okay, so good segue. Thank you. What were you gonna say?
I just said that pickle juice is a pretty common chaser.
Yeah, it's gross. Speaking of adrenochrome, good segue.
Adrenochrome.
Thank you. I like it. I like what you're doing.
The QAnon segue.
Yeah, actually no. It has to do with like the previous podcast, right? Going back, take it back. If you didn't pay attention to the last podcast, just pay attention to the first half, and we're not even gonna go there. Anyway, so taking it back, all the COVID-19s, 20s, 21s, 22s that we got, 1 through 22s. Okay. Man, you know what? F it. I don't even care. It's time for me to just vent because
Vent.
I've had a little bit of a.
But watch the anti-vax stuff because we're going to get taken off. They're big about that right now.
Yeah. And
Which we're not actually. Disclaimer: we're not necessarily anti-vax. Get the vax. Don't get the vax.
We're
We
fully
don't-
vaxxed.
We don't give a shit.
we are fully vaxxed. We've had personally, I did the Johnson & Johnson first, right? And then I did the Moderna. And then I went with the Pfizer. I did them all on the same day. I went to different doctors.
Yeah, and just lied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because, I wanted to make sure I was fully vaxxed.
they're not regulating this. Moderna and Pfizer are getting their money either way.
No.
They want more money.
Yeah, exactly. So I got them all on the same day, right? Like I felt a little bit rough for the first 30 minutes after getting the J&J, but I wanted to make sure I did it alphabetically, right? Alphabetical order. So I got all of them. Boom, 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 boom. That's 5 of them, right? Then I got a couple boosters, because you can't be too careful with the Omicron. And I talked to a doctor today, and he said that the Omicron is basically like the equivalent of Darth Vader. Like, the Omicron's just going out and choking bitches out.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
So, I just want to say, if you haven't yet, get all 3 of the boosters. Same day. Do it. You know? We're going to go do it after this. We're going to get totally blitzed. We're going to Uber, though, obviously. We're not heathens.
No.
We don't drive drunk. Don't drive drunk.
Don't drive drunk.
You know, if you have
Especially
to drive.
on New Year's. Are you fucking high?
Actually, yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's like that's a terrible idea, especially on New Year's. Like, it's always a bad idea, but today, of all days, don't drive drunk.
Yeah. But if you are going to drive drunk on New Year's Day, tell the police officer you're going to get the booster shot, and they'll
escort you.
Yeah. In the car. It's a free Uber. Honestly. That wasn't COVID? What?
It was.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have it.
We still have it. Yeah, we got all our shots while we have COVID.
Yeah, we got the COVID, and then we got the shot same day. Different doctors, of course. You know, I just went Target hopping.
Yeah, we went to all our area's Targets.
Yeah,
and there are plenty of them.
Yeah, and CVS
and
Walgreens. Okay, I may or may not. Okay, I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep this from you. But I may have gotten twice as many of the doses as I was supposed to.
So you're super vaxxed.
I'm like double, triple vaxxed.
You're super duper vaxxed with a cherry on top.
With the regular appropriate amount of all the boosters from every single person. Yeah.
And how do you feel? Do you feel like you could knock down a brick wall right now?
Well, I did punch a BMW at Target today when I went to go get my...
And what was the damage?
5th booster shot.
What was the damage?
A little bit of soreness in my arm, but you know, it's fine. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling the good.
Yeah.
You know, I look like a heroin addict, honestly. It's not heroin.
Can't get gone. Nah, whatever. You know, I tried to say something and I fucked it up, and we're just going to move on. We're going to slide right past it.
Yeah, moving on.
Also, Everett vented. I'm going to say my piece, and I'm not making a generalization about the vaccine. I'm not even alluding to the vaccine, but just because it's such a hot topic right now, if you think pharmaceutical companies are your friend in any matter, just check out the pain pill industry.
True. Fair.
Yeah.
They're giving you really good stuff. You know, something numb.
That's what I was getting at, yes.
What you're dealing with every single day.
Exactly.
It's, you know.
The Sackler family is your friend.
Yeah. I mean, like, we all feel pain every day. That's me. I'm, you know, dealing with a lot of it. Not physically. Of course, I internalize my pain. I mean, you know, I do have bruises up and down my ribs from falling down the stairs, but... You know, it's not physical pain. I internalized that pain. I'm kind of wheezing, actually. My side hurts all up and down. But it's not physical, right? It's internalized. It's internal pain also.
Are you trying to tell me something about your waifu while we're in the public eye?
No.
So you can vent safely?
Well, I also... I kind of got hit in my stomach really hard, and I've been coughing up a lot of blood lately.
Were you pregnant?
No. I mean, we do keep a gender fluid on this channel, but I wasn't. But no, I
Everett's
coughed.
actually trans.
No, I identify as nothing, right?
You're non-binary?
No, I'm like a...
You're a nothing.
I'm like
you're
a jellyfish.
You're genderless.
No, I'm not even genderless. I'm like a jellyfish. I just am, man. Just floating
That's actually
through
beautiful.
existence. That is my goal in life.
That's some real Tommy Chong shit.
Like, no, that's actually really is my goal. Like, I don't believe in heaven, hell, you know. I believe that in nothing. But if I were to believe in anything after life after death, I'd like to think that I could be reincarnated as a jellyfish because they have no brains. They're just a nervous system, right?
And an anus.
They do, well, yeah, a nice one too. But they just float through existence, right, man? Just being.
And shitting.
And fucking.
In the anus? I thought don't they reproduce asexually? Some of them at least, maybe?
That sounds like something you should look up.
Jamie! God, she can't even type one-handed. Like Jamie.
It is spicy, though. I gotta be careful. I gotta be very
Ooh,
careful.
he's trying, Brenna.
Having a good time.
Ooh, he's trying. Do you want some ice in that? It'll make it a little smoother for you.
No, I always do it, Nate, right? Tradition's tradition. You don't fuck with tradition. I can't read from there. Throughout their life cycle, jellyfish take on 2 different body forms.
Yeah, they reproduce asexually.
Wait, Medusa and polyps? Polyps can reproduce asexually by budding. You're my budding. You're my budding too. You're all my buddings.
We're all buddings.
And while Medusa can spawn eggs and spam to reproduce sexuality, learn more about the life cycle and reproduction of jellyfish.
Good job, buddy.
So, you're my budding.
You're my budding.
Cool.
We're gonna bud on each other.
Oh, yeah, dude. Let's bud everywhere.
We're gonna bud so hard.
Yep. So, well, there we go.
Yeah.
Now, so jellyfish get to pick their gender. They're gender fluid.
Mm-hmm. They are fluid, kind of.
They're yeah.
Fluidy.
About as close as you can get without being like a amygdala.
An enigma. Check out our Bloodborne streams if you want to know what we're referencing.
Did we stream Bloodborne?
Yeah, we did, I believe.
Did we stream Bloodborne?
Like half
I
of
don't
it,
think
the
we-
later half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did the later half. Which would have been when we killed the Enigma.
Did we actually kill it? Did we fight
Yeah,
it?
yeah, you fight the Enigma. It's one of
Man.
the Lord Souls.
Man, that is really a shame because I remember the first 30 minutes of Bloodborne. Like,
He remembers the
literally.
first area, then everything after that is just...
I remember. So you go down.
Most of that game was me going, no, Everett, turn around. No, no, Everett, turn around. No.
And
Right there.
Chugging gin and tonics like his
Yep.
life depended on it.
Yep.
It did though, because I made it out of Bloodborne alive. But no, actually, it is funny because I literally all I remember out of Bloodborne. There's a werewolf when you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
I beat him with my kung fu.
Mm-hmm.
You go up a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple giants.
These are all true.
And they give you your Estus flasks, which are expendable.
Permanently throughout the game.
Yep.
All you have to do is keep going back there.
There's a werewolf on a bridge. There's a giant underneath a... Not a chalice, but
arch.
it's not just an arch. There's an arch and it starts with a C. It's a port chalice. Port chalice. I think that's the word. Portcullis. Portcullis.
Portcullis.
Portcullis. That's it. Yep. There's a giant standing by a portcullis. You kill him. You go up the stairs. There's some dogs. Dogs suck. There's some dogs in the cages somewhere in this area. And that's about it. It changes the day cycle or the night cycle.
There's 3 cycles of the game.
Yep.
You change the moon phase 3 times.
At least one of them, I remember. There's a little overlook area where there's a giant, and then there's some crows.
There's evening, night, and blood moon.
Oh, there's a guy with a bag. There's a couple guys with bags.
There's a couple guys with bags. You have to die by them once.
I think there was a pig.
Mm-hmm. There are a few pigs.
Yeah.
They are large and
And they do like the flops.
Yep, they do
Yep.
flops.
Yeah.
They give you the tippy taps.
And I used a sword
Mm-hmm.
and a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And I dressed like an edgy emo kid.
Mm-hmm. You dressed like you were...
Like a weeb.
Like you were steampunk.
And that's all I remember of. I'm gone. I'm about there, actually. Actually, if I drink more, I think I'll remember more. That's how it works.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting revelation.
Yep.
I just realized that I'm going to have to keep you on track. That's fun.
I was long gone a long time ago.
I didn't realize. You play it off so well. You really do. I mean, there are little telltale signs, but then you kind of come back to reality sometimes, and then you transcend dimensions again, and then you leap back through.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's weird for me, too, because I go in and out of reality. It's like doing mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it comes and goes in waves, except in this case, it's like chunks of my memory just go away. Big chunks. I'm in reality right now. Like, I'm here with you guys.
I know.
I see you.
I know.
But I'm afraid that it's going to be gone when I wake up tomorrow.
Stay grounded.
I'm trying. My foot's there. You know, we're having fun. I got a trash can there just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I don't throw up.
I don't think you will.
I don't think I will. I think we got this.
You have to think you won't.
Oh,
you don't have to think you won't. You
I've
have to
manifested
know
my destiny.
Yeah.
That's it, right? Manifest your destiny.
This
That's
was
what
off track from the moment it started.
Oh yeah.
There was.
This is just stream of consciousness, and it's beautiful. This is art, right? Like, that's what you do, though. You manifest destiny. That's what the white people do, right?
I don't think we should drink a whole bottle of bourbon.
Oh, I think we should. But I think we should drink a poop ton of coffee afterwards, and smoke a lot of cigarettes, and drink a lot of water in between.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You should have some water now.
I've been drinking.
Oh, I know
water.
you have.
Yeah. No, we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Are we good?
I only cringed slightly at our whole COVID spiel.
Oh, we're gonna be cringing hard through
we will.
the entire podcast.
I feel like that's the appeal of
like-
this podcast somewhat, is watching the cringe.
Oh gosh, it's so hard.
I feel I'm hoping when I rewatch it, I'm hoping it's just so much harsher because it's us, and I hope that some people find the cringe of this entire situation and just the slow degradation. I hope they find it amusing.
Yeah.
It's certainly an interesting concept. I don't know how we've executed it fully. And see, the thing I ponder about is because the cringe factor of it and just the oof is kind of the whole point of the appeal. I don't know if we'll ever understand if we fully executed it well or not, watching ourselves. Cringe
Yeah.
comedy is a hard thing to pull off and then look at in retrospect.
Yeah. Especially like the self-deprecation type comedy
That's what we
that
do.
Yeah.
We are self-deprecation.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is, right? Like, it's humiliation, self-deprecation, a little bit of BDSM on the side after the podcast.
A little bit of
ends.
fan service.
And yeah, a lot of fan service
A lot of
eventually.
fan service.
Not right now, because I hope I'm not that drunk.
No.
I'm not that drunk. I'm grounded. We're good. We're having fun. But yeah, so that's what we do. We do that. I don't know. I think that
No, just materialize the thought. Put it here, put it in the hand, materialize the thought.
and that's what you do. Couldn't have said it better myself, man. Because
Of course.
none of us did. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Cheers. Happy New Year.
Everett's
Eve.
odd form right now. I don't think I've ever seen this. I'm really glad we podcasted now, because this is prime. I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
I am. You're putting on a real show right now.
Well, I'm just trying to get by right now. Trying to
You
keep
are.
everything in. Trying to keep that IHOP in.
Was the straight liquor not sitting well?
It's just the culmination of everything.
Culmination of everything.
Yeah. I probably should not have eaten that raw bacon out of the fridge. That was
Wait, what?
probably a bad idea. I've been looking at it, eyeballing it for a while.
Is he fucking around right now?
Well, no,
Okay. I'm sorry if I ruined your bit, but for a second there, I was like, I could see you. I'm just gonna say I could see it being like you doing that as like a thing. Do
You think I would really eat raw bacon? I have. I mean, it's...
Oh, no. Hold on. Pause. Do you think I would eat raw bacon as you were, like, insulted that I would suggest it? And you go, because I have.
I mean, I have. I cooked it. I cooked raw bacon and I ate it raw.
What?
That time.
What?
For you. And I got food poisoning. Well, it wasn't food poisoning because I didn't throw up. I'm proud of that, but I did eat it raw. You didn't like it. You thought it was too chewy. But it was raw. Like half raw, you know? Like once the
He didn't cook it, he warmed it.
Yeah, it was warm.
It was rare bacon. You did medium rare bacon.
I seared it.
You did medium rare bacon.
No, I seared it. Like it was there was a crunch to it, you know, on the outsides, the edges, the little nibs.
Bacon sushi.
Kinda, yeah. It was good. I don't know. I like my bacon raw. As close to raw as.
I'm gonna
I don't know.
puke just listening to you talk about this.
Huh?
I'm gonna puke just listening to you talk about this.
Would you eat a raw pig?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, like, would you eat a raw cow?
No.
What? Really? Oh man, babe. No.
I at least have to have my steak medium rare.
Oh my god, medium rare. You eat your steak medium rare too, don't you? You guys are weird.
Do you do rare?
No, I do it less than rare. Black and blue, right? That's how I like it now.
So
I
I have to do at least medium rare. Medium rare is my preference.
Black and blue, they like flash it on fire.
I thought black and blue had to do with blue cheese too.
No, it's just it's black and blue because they.
Isn't that a thing, like blue cheese crumbles on steak? I'm not high though, right? Like.
I mean, I've heard of people eating blue cheese on steak.
Okay, I thought that was a thing. Yeah, like blue cheese crumbles on steak.
No, they just.
Which I hate blue cheese.
They flash heat it. You know, they flash sear it. You know, they just throw it. They slap the big slab of meat on the searer, and then they. I don't know. I've never cooked.
The searer.
I don't know how to cook.
Do you have a searer in your kitchen, Brenna?
Well, they flash sear it. You know, they just throw it on there.
On the searer.
Yeah, and then they flip it, and then they serve it to you. It's cold on the inside, and it's hot on the outside.
It's cold on the inside? Are you
yeah.
fucking... What?
Yeah, the meat's cold.
That's just rare.
No.
No, rare is supposed to be cold center.
No.
Side of it, and then they flip it over and like barely cook it on that.
No, but they like it's like really super hot heat. Like it burns it on the outside.
Yeah,
Like
that's every
what I'm
steak.
saying, but it's like only on one side, and then the next side they barely cook it. That's what that means.
All steaks
in restaurants.
I'm just going to tell you, all steaks are flash seared. It just depends on how long you do it. How much time you do on every steak. They use extremely high heat, unless it's a well done steak. If you're doing well done, you're supposed to cook it at a lower heat.
If you're doing well done, you should probably just kill yourself.
You shouldn't. But like anything,
you shouldn't. No, you should probably.
You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing with you.
The whole painkiller business, going back to what we were saying about the painkillers thing, though. Like if you eat your steak well done, just take all those painkillers at once. They taste delicious. Go on.
Sponsored by OxyContin. What was I saying? Oh, anyway, yes, all steaks, besides like well done, are flash seared. They do it super high heat, and it just depends on how much time you spend on each side.
Yeah. Like deep frying. I've never cooked.
Know how to cook.
I've never cooked anything.
I don't know why he's going on this rant as though he knows.
I like raw steak. That's what I'm saying. I don't like that you guys don't
that we're shaming
like
you
raw
for
meat. I think that's the real thing. Like have you ever had raw meat? Like good fresh raw meat? Like not
sushi.
Well, no, that's not meat.
Fish is meat. Fish is definitely meat.
No, because they don't have pain receptors. Like there's something about tasting the pain before it. I will just drink.
So, buddy.
Yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Jizzy.
Jizzy.
My girl Jizzy. Yeah.
Jizzy J. Jizzy M.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah.
How did you think it was going to go? Honestly. Like, what did you think the outcome would be?
I thought she was going to go to the rich person resort prison.
Honestly, I thought they were going to, like, sandbag it, and they were going to give her, like, one of, like, the lesser charges, because there were lesser charges.
Were they not, like, talking about how the entire time that my boy Jeffrey was getting all kinds of accusation for, like, his stuff, right before he didn't kill himself, they were like, yeah, she was just like a ride-along, tag-along, you know, she was in the back seat, she wasn't sitting in the passenger seat, she was at least in the third row seating back there in the Ford Flex, you know, like she's just back there, like, doing her own thing, doing bumps of coke off of little kids' asses, you know, she had no hand in it, she had no control over the little kid bending over her legs so she could do bumps of rails of coke off of it, you know, whatever, man. No, she was held at gunpoint by, you can't say the G word on YouTube, but it's fine, by
so many things you can't say
we've
on
already
YouTube.
said so many things.
We're
There are so many things.
But
I thought we weren't editing anymore.
No, we're not.
Okay.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
But you know, she okay, you know, she wasn't held. I thought Epstein was the fall guy.
No, that's exactly what I thought too. I thought they already got him. He's taken the fall. He's done his suicide. You know, I thought they were going to sandbag it, maybe hit her with, like, one of the lesser, like, perjury or something, like lying. Yeah, I thought they might hit her with a perjury charge, give her, like, 60 days or, like, a year.
Rich person resort.
I wasn't even going to say a rich person resort, like, on probation. Maybe, like, a year probation and 60 days house arrest or something like that.
Okay, fair.
And then sandbag it and say, you know, she really had no idea what was going on.
She had no idea.
Yeah,
the kid's ass just happened to be in her face.
I was surprised that she got convicted on all but one charge.
Which... The one charge that she wasn't convicted on...
Was the serious one.
Was the one that I thought made no sense. Pull up the...
It was coercion of...
Look up... I want you to pull it up just so that we get all of these accounts right.
It was... the one she wasn't charged on was...
No, it was conspiracy. It wasn't coercion.
No, it was coercion in a minor to travel for sex acts. It was coercing a minor to travel for sex acts.
Look up Jizz, J-I-Z-Z-L-A-N-E.
It's definitely not J-I-Z. It's Ghislaine.
G-H-I-L...
G-H-I-S.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
Girl.
And then charges. I think that should be pretty straightforward, right? You would think, wow, we are just... Okay. Yeah, just scroll. Okay, let's see. I don't care about the effing news article. Just give me the 5 charges.
All right, Everett.
Ghislaine Maxwell was found guilty of 5 of 6 counts in her federal trial in New York related to, her prosecutors said, were her efforts to groom and traffic underage girls to be sexually abused by her close companion Jeffrey Epstein.
The charge?
She had pleaded not guilty to 6 federal counts, sex trafficking of a minor.
Wait.
Hold on.
Rewind real quick. She pleaded not guilty?
Yes. They wouldn't have went to trial if she pleaded not guilty.
Everybody. Okay.
It wouldn't. What do you mean?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't understand the court system, I guess.
She had pleaded not guilty to 6 federal counts of sex trafficking a minor, enticing a minor to travel to engage in criminal sexual activity, transporting a minor with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activity, and the counts of conspiracy. She was acquitted on the charge of enticing a minor to travel to engage in illegal sex acts.
So she did get the conspiracy charge.
How do you get charged for all of those, minus that one, though?
Because there was no proof that... I assume in the case, they did not have concrete...
Okay, so here's the difference between the two.
Okay.
Enticing a minor to travel to engage in sexual criminal activity and transporting a minor with the intent to engage in criminal activity.
Wait. Okay.
So, okay,
Slower,
hold on.
Slower. Say
One
it
of
again,
the
but
charges
slower.
is saying that she enticed a minor to travel of their own accord to engage in criminal sexual activity. The other one involves her herself transporting the minor. I guess they did not have concrete proof that she enticed a minor to travel of their own accord to engage in...
With her?
No. They convicted her on the one of the minor traveling with her. They did not... Okay, the difference if it matters in the lawsuit.
Okay, no, but the kid traveled with her.
There are multiple plaintiffs though.
What does that mean? What's a plaintiff?
There are multiple people that are plaintiffs. There are multiple people coming forward with accusation. They may have had concrete proof that one of the girls traveled with her, but they may have not had concrete proof that she was able to entice another girl to travel of her own accord.
I don't think it's...
I'm explaining this very cohesively.
I'm very, like, soberly 100% trying to follow this. I still don't get it.
Okay, multiple plaintiffs.
What's a plaintiff?
A person that is alleging.
Okay, so like a person like comes forward and says like, "Yo, something happened." Okay.
There are multiple plaintiffs.
So multiple people came forward and said,
say one girl said, Ghislaine, whatever, enticed me to go with her to meet Jeffrey Epstein where he raped me. Okay. And then you've got another plaintiff saying,
we don't know.
Okay, you're killing me here. This is all hypothetical.
Okay.
You've got another plaintiff saying, she convinced me to go meet with Jeffrey Epstein where he raped me.
Okay.
They might... What I'm saying is, I'm just giving you a hypothetical example of how this might have come out this way. Mm-hmm. They might have had concrete proof that she enticed one of them to travel with her to meet Jeffrey Epstein where she was raped. They might have not had concrete proof that the other girl saying, she convinced me to go meet Jeffrey Epstein where he raped me. They might have had concrete proof of the one, but not concrete proof. Beyond a reasonable doubt is the term used to describe our court system of defining what is guilty. They might have had concrete proof of one, or proof beyond a reasonable doubt of one, and proof not beyond a reasonable doubt of the other, which is why she was convicted of one, but not the other. Because you have to think that all of these charges are not being alleged by one plaintiff. I believe there were 4 or 5 girls total in the lawsuit.
Okay.
Or not lawsuit, but in the trial.
I'm sorry, my drunk, tired baby brain is still trying to wrap my head around this. I don't know court shit. Mm-hmm. I never played Ace Ventura Court Detective. You know, the Ace game? The anime one?
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney?
That one, yeah. I never played that, so I'm not really well versed in law.
He never played Ace Ventura Pet Detective, so he's not sure about pet law. What do you know about bird law?
Well, you can't kill eagles, but you can own eagle feathers if you're Native American.
Can you kill an eagle?
No.
Fuck.
But I can have eagle feathers. I can own them.
But how do you get the feathers?
If they fall. Like, you can't even pick one up if an eagle feather falls. You know that, right? I do know, actually. Okay, so I do know bird law. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so if a bald eagle is like flying over you and it sheds its feathers, you can't pick it up.
That's great bird law.
And if you get caught with that feather in your house, it's a felony. So, bird law.
You're really good at bird law.
Bitches. I know it. I know bird laws. I only know this because am Native American. Am have eagle feather. Might have self-incriminated in case that's not actually true. But I'm pretty sure it's true. Yeah, I don't know. Native Americans fall in a weird loophole.
You do. You're kind of
government,
like, in a way,
in law,
in a whole way, like, the government really did fuck you guys for a long time, but you also have a bunch of strange rights that kind of make you like your own sovereign citizens, especially on reservations that Americans don't have.
Yeah. Also, I legally have multiple names.
Yeah.
Can't pronounce them, but I actually do legally have multiple names that I can't even pronounce or spell because they're not even real characters. They're symbols and, you know, like Egyptian hieroglyphs of people. I'm just kidding. I'm being racist towards my own people. Is that anti-racist?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't reservations almost like they're borderline, kind of like their own? There's still certain things like federally that don't apply, but like they're their own sovereign nations almost, pretty much within America.
It's like
kind of like the Vatican within Italy.
Yeah, it's like a separate country outside of the U.S. within the U.S. But it's weird because it still falls within the U.S. Like if you kill someone on native land,
like that's what I was getting about. Like federally, they would still come in, but like there are other things that they can't come into a reservation.
It's like a
and do.
parent saying, like, you know, this bedroom is your bedroom. You're allowed to do whatever you want in here. And then they open the door and see that it's a mess, and they're like, you're grounded. Yeah. That's basically it. That's basically what it is. So, like, they're like, the government's just basically saying, hey, you know, we're going to give you a little bit of special treatment, but really, like, you know, fuck you. They're basically giving us beads and blankets.
Scabies blankets.
For jack shit. Yeah. That's basically what it's the same thing. Holy shit. Wow, that's really fucking sad. It just dawned on me, the realization of all that stuff. Wow.
You've known this.
No, but saying that out loud.
You've never had the full realization. You've known it, subconsciously even, but never had, like, the full realization.
But just how, like, full circle we've come.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, how the fuck they're not even aware of that shit. You know, like...
No.
I mean, and the worst part is, like, they're just too busy.
People just like using. No one still gives a fuck about Native American rights.
No.
The people just
Why
like
would they?
PC people just like using buzzwords like First Nations. Because
Yeah.
now it's even Native American isn't PC. It's First Nations.
Why would a bunch of fucking Indians be cared about, though? You know, we don't even have our own fucking month. Actually, no, we do. Fun fact, we do have our own month.
Do you?
Yeah, guess what month it is, baby?
It's not February because that's Black History Month.
It's November.
Shit, that's a little too on the nose. Wouldn't you agree? That's a little too on the nose, isn't it? That's a little too fucking on the nose.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. That's... I don't know how I feel about that. It's just, that seems a little like...
I've been carrying this for years. Haven't I? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been carrying that weight for years. And you know what the best part is? Again? Full circle, baby. We come full circle. And it is actually kind of crazy, too, because... So, I don't know if I told you, but I got a stimulus. Is that what you would call it? A stimulus check? Like, is that what is that what Obama did when he was like, I want to give you guys some money because you're having a hard time for COVID?
Obama didn't. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what Obama did.
So I got a little bit of Obama money from the reservation because the government gave the reservation money.
Extra money for...
But the reservation legally had to give all of their people money, so I got a little bit of a stimulus. I got a little bit of that sweet, sweet Trump money, you know? And I think that it's more so fucked up because I'm not struggling. Like, I'm not. That's not even a brag. Like, it's actually kind of pisses me off because I told Mom, I was like, can I, like, just not cash it in and then, like, the reservation uses it for, you know...
But it was from the government. I understand wanting to give it back to your tribe, but it was from the government originally, yes. This was not the tribe's money that they supplied to you, but
it's not the fucking government's money in the first place.
Well, see, hold on, that's what I'm getting back to. That's what I'm coming full circle to. We're talking about going full circle. See, I used to be all like, you know, support yourself, but the way, like, our tax system is, and then the politicians getting rich, and then the billionaires getting richer, and how everything's been lately. I used to be all like, support yourself, you know, my tax dollars and all that shit, but then everything is fucking tax dollars, and I've gotten very like, you know, fuck the government. If they want to give money, take the fucking money.
Yeah, but the government should be like it's not the government's fucking money.
No, it's our money to begin with anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. That's my fucking problem. Like, it's just like okay, so sure, like, you know what? You want to say, like, something good. Give me something good. Like, okay, for starters, maybe fucking providing prison people, like, actual rehabilitation instead of giving them a reason to...
Pushing them further into crime because they can never recover.
Yeah, okay. So maybe you fucking present me with, like, an incentive to, like, you know, we're going to give you, like, a 1% tax increase, okay? It's just something minimal. I don't even notice. Right? Because I don't even do my own taxes. My mom does it. Shout out to Mom. And I don't even care. And so maybe the government's just like, hey, we're going to help out some arrested peoples instead of wanting them to keep coming back, because instead of privatized prisons and, like, we just fucking abolish prisons in the first place, maybe, and, like, just actually go to, like, a rehabilitation thing, you know? We keep them away from regular society, but, like, we offer them decent fucking facilities. Like, probably the equivalent of, like, what? Army facilities? Like, they're not great.
No. But an army dorm,
There's
like,
a little bit of asbestos.
Yeah.
A little asbestos never hurt anyone.
An on-base dorm is better than a fucking prison cell, though. Especially
Yeah.
some of these private prison cells, which are like literally the size of closets. You can barely fit the fucking toilet in there. Yeah.
So why not fucking give these fucking people like a little bit of asbestos, a little bit of fucking privacy, a little bit of fucking living space, and a goddamn education, and volunteers, you know, and incentivize volunteering anymore, like, and just like, you know, to teach them that there are other ways than just fucking crime.
No, prison inmates should have the option. Maybe not even the option. If they don't have their GED, which I believe this is already a thing, they have the option to get their GED, and it should be free to them, at least while they're in prison, because frankly, they're already paying for their prison, because they get prison fees. Once
You should not have to work.
You're frankly already paying for your prison, so you should have the option, at least I'd say, to at least go and get a journeyman's in something, i.e. welding, electrical, HVAC, or get an associate's. At least have a free journeyman's program or associate's program in there for some sort of degree.
Do we not offer like free that level of education to the U.S.?
Not to the U.S., but here in
okay.
Well, not here. I'm not going to say here, but in certain states offer free associates programs.
Okay, so first off, then. Hello.
What is the ABV on this?
I don't know, 47. So first off, then.
Yeah, 47.
I think that it should be allowed federally.
Yeah.
Like hands down, that one number one. Like if it's gonna be offered to the inmates, like, because then you're incentivizing getting arrested in the first place, you know. Like I think that in order to fix it, it has to be fair for everyone. I think that's makes sense, but like if you're gonna do that, like just some, it should be like high school, right? Like. Or if you're going to make something mandatory, then it's just like, you know, this is a mandatory school everyone goes to. It's just accepted that instead of high school being the acceptable diploma that you get or the GED afterwards, like, you know, that you go on to the next level of school and then that's it. Right?
I still believe in leaving it as an option. I mean, you know, if I'm not mistaken, in Japan, high school's an option.
Really?
I believe so.
Dude, I thought they went to school until they were like 21.
No, high school's an option in Japan, I believe. I think it ends after middle school, but middle school ends for them the equivalent of the American freshman year or ninth grade.
But also, they go to school 6 days a week.
They do go to school 6 days a week.
So, I mean, like...
And then when you get into high school, if you're planning on going to college, you've got cram school, too, which is the school that you go to after school.
So, I mean, like, that's, like, what? Probably the equivalent of college time.
No, like in Japan, I would say,
but
like, the amount of time you're going to school, especially if you're in high school and then you're going to cram school afterwards, you're going to school like 12 hours a day.
But yeah. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, for your entire education in Japan, like, to go to school for 6 days a week, if you accumulate, how many years? 12 years do you go to school for? So yeah, 12 years. What's 12 years? Like plus 1 day for every year. Like that probably equate, like, you know, the extra day of school that you're going to school probably equates to like what, a year at the minimum of, or probably like.
But you got to think they have a year-round schedule too. So like here in America, we have year-round schools here in America too, but most schools do like the summer break type situation where you get, you know, like a week, you get holidays and then you get like a week for fall, usually like 2 or 3 for Christmas, a week for spring, and then you have like a long summer break. In Japan, they do the year-round system where you have longer breaks in between but a shorter summer break. So you get like 2 or 3 weeks for like a fall break, I think, 3 or 4 weeks for like a Christmas break, 3 or 4 weeks for a summer break, 2 or 3 weeks for a spring break.
I think I'm tracking.
We have year-round schools here in America, like, there are year-round schools around
Is it
here.
really that short of a break, though, in school for here in America? Like,
yeah, you didn't know that?
I was homeschooled.
Yeah, it's usually like a week for both
fall and spring. About 2.5.
Like, 2.5, maybe 3 weeks for Christmas time,
and then 2
like
months.
A couple months for the summertime.
You get like a few weeks at the end of May, like maybe a week or two at the end of May, June, July, and then you're usually back either the first or second week of August.
That's for summer?
Yeah, that's summer.
Wow. Dude,
What's homeschooling like? Do you have way more time off than that?
You do 6 months of like hardcore school every single day,
And then 6 months off?
and then 6 months off. Yeah.
Oh.
Or if you want to do like a whole year's worth in a month, you can do that. But you got to cram. You wake up, you do school, and you just
So pretty much as long as you do the school, you can do it whenever the hell you want.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not like you're not doing the schoolwork. You just have the schoolwork, and you're like, how much schoolwork do you want to do? You don't have to do any on one day.
Basically, like you cram it in a shorter time of the year so you can have more time off.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you want, right? Like, it's how you want to do it. It's flexible. Like, so at least that's how it was for me. Like, granted, I did do a lot of what is that called? Like co-op schools
Yeah.
and shit. So like co-ops, you know, you go and you hang out with your friends. Like a lot of people are like, oh, homeschooling, you never get to see kids. Like, bro, I was hanging out with fucking college students when I was in middle school. Like, because I befriended an older friend, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know, I stayed friends with him throughout school from the co-op, and then when he went to college, I was not drinking or doing drugs or smoking because I'm a good Eagle Scout, card carrying. That's right, this guy right here. I don't know where the card is, but I'll show it to you later sometime. But I was hanging out, you know, at colleges, but for homeschool, like, so I did have to do like consistently throughout the year the co-ops, and there were classes like that whatever mom didn't want to teach, like I think American history, which I mean I cheated on a lot. I mean, if you know how to use I think so yeah I cheated on a lot in American history. We'll go back to that. And there were some other stupid, dumb things. Music class. I did a lot of musical instruments. I mean, as you can see, fucking banjo, guitar, piano, shitloads of stringed instruments. But I was able to do school in like, I think the best I ever did was 4 months of school.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the entire rest of the year off.
Those co-op schools work for some people, but not for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
It worked well for you because I'm an awkward guy.
I was too.
I know, but you can socialize just fine.
No.
No, you can. You can.
Now.
Or maybe now, but I went to high school with a homeschooled kid that went to co-op schools, and his mom wanted him to go to high school to, like, get some interaction before he went to college and everything. And that dude was, like, he's a nice guy and everything, but, like, he could not. He was an only child, homeschooled most
That
of
was his first mistake.
Could not fucking interact with anyone.
Well, I mean,
Like in a normal, he tried, but not in a normal capacity.
I think the big thing for me was like I mean, mom and dad were like go do whatever you want.
Mm.
Like when I was pretty much since I was 11 years old, I was allowed to just roam the streets, like with my friends, as long as I had someone who could drive, you know. Like I told mom, you know, like, hey, we went to the dollar store, bought like $20 in energy drinks and pounded them all at once just to see if we would feel something, and then we wandered the streets pissing off rednecks. You know, that's what we did. And mom's just like, okay, well, you're still alive.
Explore yourself.
Yeah, have fun. Like, don't die, you know. But like, pretty much since I was 11, and like, I mean, I have so many memories of when I was a kid, like calling mom and being like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm really drunk, like I can't come home tonight. But she'd be like, all right, well, you made a commitment for the next day, so I'm gonna come pick your ass up, and you're gonna do it hungover or still drunk. And I'd be like, okay, well, thank you for not killing me. And that was my childhood. But like, I think the problem with homeschool kids is that a lot of the kids like that, and I experienced that too. Oh, trust me. Dear God. Yes, there were so many of them that I can guarantee.
If you called them up today, they could not fucking interact with someone.
Yeah. Well, the other card carrying Eagle Scout that I know, He's in prison because he held up his.
Oh, those.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that story. Oh.
I also know one. Well, no, never mind. That one's sad. I don't want to share that one. That one's a fun story. It's kind of funny.
Fun but sad?
No, the other one is really sad. I don't want to talk about it right now. But because I feel sadness all the time. You know what I'm saying.
Huh.
But you know, there's plenty of homeschool kids that I can reflect on, and they're in terrible situations. It's crazy how well out I actually ended up coming. I think it's just luck. It's just fucking luck, man. Like, I think that's what it is. Like, I mean, that's just life, right?
No, I think
it's just luck.
I think that's parenting too. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I got good parents.
well, it's not even that. Like, I feel like as a parent, to be a good, or to be the idea of a perfect parent, you have to be compatible with your child as well, because your child is, you know, it's half nature, half nurture, and
Yeah.
your child is just going to be a certain way. Some of it's how you interact with them, but some of it's just how they're going to be, and you have to be able to adapt to that child, and not every parent's going to be able to do that. And I'm not saying anything bad about that. I mean, how could they, especially when, you know, you're just an average person going through life trying to raise a kid and support them too. But, you know, a lot, I think, you know, a lot of it is parents, but a lot of it is just like, it's a crapshoot.
I think a lot of it really boils down to just open dialogue.
Yeah.
Being able to
communicate. Communication's key.
Yeah, being able to like have an open dialogue with your parents and shit. Like, I think that was like Dad and I, like, we weren't even able to have that until I was like in my like adult life.
Me and my dad still can't have a conversation.
Yeah.
Still to this day. Like,
Yeah,
like an honest conversation. No,
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen.
I think the only reason anymore is because like I just kind of like once I was on my own, I just made Dad uncomfortable every possibility I could in every way that I knew, like to push his buttons, because you know, growing up, you know how to push your parents' buttons. And I just pushed his buttons to the point where he's like powerless, right? Because when you're an adult, you know, he like when you're growing up, your dad, you know, he's like fucking God. But like that's how it was for me. And I mean, he was like a fucking god. My dad's built like a goddamn silverback gorilla, and I've never seen him show any other emotion except anger growing up. But then I just figured out, you know, how to push his buttons, and I did that as a kid. I'm an antagonist. That's what I do.
Well, it's nice you can do that.
But I pushed his buttons so bad, and at first, you know, I got the shit kicked out of me. That's fair. It's fine.
That'll still happen to me today if I push that.
deserve it. You know? And it's good. It's good getting the shit kicked out of you every once in a while. It feels good. You know? It makes you feel alive. That pain, that internal pain that I feel. Remember the lung problem from earlier? We're bringing it back. That's right. We're going full circle. That's what this podcast is all about. Full circle. The theme. I love it. First Nation, Indians, calling them other things except Indians or First Nations or whatever, you know, then history repeating itself, our dads, full circle, fun stuff. Anyway, Dad, I just figured out how to push his buttons to the point where I just broke him. He's like a horse. Dads are like horses. Jesus.
My dad doesn't break.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
Every dad does.
No, they don't.
Every dad does.
No, they do not.
You just got to find the way to break them. That's it. Did you see that new Spider-Man movie yet?
I have not.
Damn it.
Heard you got COVID at that new Spider-Man movie.
yeah, I got it again. That one was COVID-23 though. yeah, we got it.
I don't know if you want me to elaborate on the full thing, but I've still, honestly, throughout the whole week, I've been chuckling to myself about the situation.
We'll talk about this.
Okay, okay. I didn't know if you wanted me to say it.
No,
it's fine. It's fine. But I wanted you to know all week. I meant to mention it earlier. I've been chuckling to myself under my breath about the whole situation of how that played out.
See, I'm a sucker for dark humor. Yeah. And the irony of it all.
That's some really twisted, ironic, dark humor. The way the whole situation played out. The way the past years have played, or the past 2 years have played out, and how this person has been about the entire thing from what you've told me, and then it played out like that. I was like, that's some prime time, real life irony.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Poetic, even.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It really was. Like Like, it...
The entire group of people that you were
Yeah.
with and the one person.
It affected me so deeply that I still think about this, like, chronically throughout the day. Like, I'll just...
They're
I'm
doing
just-
okay. But I'm sorry.
Everyone's fine.
Okay, I would just realized I was making a joke
Yeah.
about it, and then like
No,
I figured they're
everyone's fine.
they're a healthy person.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Everyone's fine. It was likely... Which one's after Omicron?
Decepticon.
Yeah, it was likely the
Decepticon. Yeah.
strain, and so, you know, like, it's even less... I mean, you can't say... So anyway, yeah, it was fun. But yeah, you should definitely see it. It's a great movie. Fantastic movie. I loved it. I had a fun time.
You still haven't fucking watched Dune yet. You still haven't fucking read Dune, probably.
No.
Why do you keep putting off my sci-fi novels?
I don't... Okay,
It's fine. It's fine. I put off the Arnold Schwarzenegger biography. I've been staring at it for a minute.
No, I just haven't... I don't know. I've been so busy. I'm trying to...
No, I understand, man.
I'm trying to find this balance, and...
I have no balance in my life right now either. It's fine. I've been off the rails for the past year.
Yeah.
We talked about it last podcast, but I feel like I'll say I got a hardcore, like, what I call on the rails, like the best me that I've ever been there for a year, and I feel like I went too hard,
Same.
tried to do too much at once, like becoming this actualized,
perfect you.
this actualized version of myself, and I just fell in the middle and collapsed, and I've been off the rails for about a year now. It just slowly digressing.
You know what the worst part is, though, is you become the best you, and then when you're not the best you look at what was the best you, and you're like...
It's even shittier.
Yeah.
It's even worse than when you were just the you before the perfect you. Yeah. No, I feel that too. I feel that absolutely.
Like, I hit the best me, like what I thought was the best me last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I, like, and this happens every single time. This does. Like, because I go through waves, right? Like, I'll go through a wave of, like, I'm going to be the best me, and then I go hard, and then I go harder, and then I go I go to the point where it's just it consumes me, and then I'm like, it starts to bum me out because it takes away from all of my time, and then I fall out of being the best me, and then I fall a little. I do less and less and less, and then I take a minute and I look at myself, and then I wake up one day and I look at myself and I'm like, you are a fucking piece of shit. And, like, this isn't you. You've seen the best you. Like, you've achieved, like, what you thought was better than God status, and here you are being a fucking lazy piece of shit. And that's me. Like, and I think that's the problem with becoming the best version of yourself, right? Because no one's gonna stay the best version of themselves. So how do you find that happiness of the best version of yourself, if that makes sense?
Yeah, no, I get it exactly. Like, around this time, like maybe about a month prior, I felt like I had reached the peak best version of myself. And then eventually, you know, a bad event or two, you get a little depressed about it, and you just think, you know, this is me a little bit. I think, you know, I'll take some time off, just relax, recuperate a little bit. What I did, and then slowly I've just digressed now. But still, I wanted to bring to light, you were saying that it hit me. Think about all you've done this year. Look at what you've started with your streaming, everything that you've got together, starting this here on top of your streaming. You've still accomplished a lot. This year, all I can look at and see is my digression from what I was last year. I have slowly done truly less and less.
But you bought a fucking house, for starters.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have done... I'll tell you flat out right now, I wouldn't have done that if it weren't for pressure from the people around me.
It doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, and all the money that I acquired to purchase that house, I acquired as that version of my best self. It's just been sitting
Still doesn't
until I got the house.
Doesn't matter. You fucking did it, right? Like, it's like leveling up, right? Like, and that's the problem. It's so hard to keep yourself in, like, this healthy mindset because you're thirsty for more. Like, that's the problem. Like, I have this...
I'll say it again, especially when you were doing, like, I feel like both of us were doing, when you're just going hard and it's nothing but responsibility and being this fully actualized, well-rounded version of yourself, you will get burnt out because even though you might take, like, we were still playing video games and stuff and drinking and hanging out and stuff. We weren't giving ourselves the time that we needed to fully recuperate, because how little was that time? Maybe like an hour a night that we might play Call of Duty or something, and then one day but every other time it was just go.
Yeah.
Working out, fucking me cooking, doing meal prep, because I used to do all that shit too. Yeah.
I was doing.
Yeah, I know you were doing
the same thing actually at that time.
And you were doing what was that she did? You were cooking and shit too, just like me. Yeah. It was.
I mean,
full
it was
blast.
just we were going full steam, like just maxed out, fucking pushing ourselves 100%, more than 100%, because I was exhausted. I was tired all the time. I do remember that, because at the same time, this was before I got this new job, and I was fucking pushing and I carried it a little into the new job, but like I kind of that's when I faded out, and you know, it's the same thing though. Like, it's not. I don't think it's healthy to be this best version of you.
I don't think so either, because it takes away from so much in the end.
Yeah, like it's extremely selfish. It is. Actually,
I used to say it when I first started like doing everything. I got my vanity back. I used to tell you guys, I got my vanity back.
Yeah. No, and I think I was more in love with myself than, you know, you loved me. Like that's more than anyone loved me. Like, and I think that, like, in a way that's a good thing. But I think I didn't love myself. I was more in love with myself.
You need to love yourself, but not be in love with yourself.
And I think that's the problem. I think I was in love with myself at my peak, and I think that was the problem. And I think that also kind of depressed me. And I think that I think it's a whole fucking culmination of everything, right? That like just kind of that built up, and that it was a bubble, and it just fucking burst, and then I just kind of fell very, very slowly, you know, into this state where I'm at now, where I'm just like, what the fuck? You know?
Do you look back on that time and your mindset during that time and think that you weren't giving yourself enough credit? Because I know one of the ways that I kept pushing myself is I was always like, and it's not a healthy mind, it's a motivating mindset, especially when you get in it and you can use it as motivation like I was. But I was always like, you're a fucking piece of shit. You need to do more. You need to do this. You need to do that. Because I used to bag on myself. I still look back. The one thing that I think about, too, that I can't believe is I was always like, because that's when I really got into working out and eating healthy and shit. I always used to be like, you're a fat piece of shit. But then I look back on it and I'm like, I never gave myself enough credit for what I was doing. I lost 70 pounds in about 4 months.
Yeah.
In about 4 months' time, I lost 70 pounds, and I never once gave myself credit for that. It was always, you need to do more. It was always, you got this little bit of back fat right here. What workout can fix that? What can you keep doing more to keep doing?
No.
Yeah.
My problem was my vanity. Like, it's always been. My problem has always been my...
being better for the sake of being better, so you know.
Being... Like, it's always one-upping myself.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Like, I think that there's a healthy thing in that. Like, it can be healthy. But I think that, like, my brain is so competitive with who I am and myself. Like, it's not even competition with, like, anyone else. Like, that's the thing that really bothers me, too, is, like, my narcissism is so... like toxic for me that it does reflect on like everyone around me as well. Like it's competitive in video games. Like, you know, I get shitty, right? Like that's why I created this fucking angry, angsty character, because it's not something that I want to be, but it's still a part of me. So like, why not make a caricature of myself so everyone can make fun of it? So I can make fun of this person of who I am, and you create caricatures of yourself. But like the problem is I'm so fucking competitive with myself that when I was working out, I would look at myself and I'd be like, yeah, you are goddamn perfect. Let's make you more perfect. And I would just fucking go harder. And I'd look at myself the next day and I'd be like, yeah, that was great. Let's go even harder. And that narcissism just kept feeding me and making me happier, but like at the same time, like the slightest thing kept making me more bothered. And now, like, it's so confusing, man. Like, it's extremely
it's
confusing.
really, it's a strange balancing act that we have to do as human beings, and it's very tough to find that healthy balance.
Especially as dudes.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah.
Like, can I just say, like, the fucking male standard for, like, what it is to be an attractive dude anymore, like, the fucking balance has completely shifted. Right?
I would agree.
The standard for girls is so fucking simple anymore.
It's and I feel like,
And I'm not saying that to shit on
I'm not
you.
shitting
Or
either,
any
but
women.
like, how to word this? I feel like it shifted so quick, it hasn't really set in with a lot of people, but I feel like it has shifted very quick, and it is like, you know, which, how to word this? It definitely should have shifted some, by all means, but it didn't shift. Once again, going back into what I was just saying, like, as individuals, the balancing act, I feel like it didn't shift equally.
Yeah.
Because there was always this higher standard set on women for the longest time.
Yeah. No, I
and
agree.
I feel like it shifted, but it shifted unequally, which is a strange balancing act. And I feel like at some point it will level out somewhere where it is healthy, but
It's a pendulum. I don't think it will.
Actually, you're right.
You know,
I think
Tyler said it best, and ever since he explained it to me, like, I've actually been going by what I've kind of lived by this thing. Like, this was the most wisest thing I've fucking heard from him, from anyone. It's like just this whole societal standard and just how everyone acts, views things, and just everything.
Okay.
Like the society as a whole.
Okay, I'm very sorry.
What's up?
No, not you. I'm very sorry.
Is he being bad?
No, he's not. He's not. I just have an itch.
But society as a whole, it's like a pendulum effect, right? Like, it goes one way, like hardcore, you know, and then it goes the other way, hardcore. And I think in this case, something that not anybody is really seeing and will eventually see is like males versus female beauty standards. And like, I think that right now especially, chicks have it way fucking easier than dudes. Like, I'm sorry, but that's true. You look at fucking...
But it has been at the other end of the pendulum for a very long time.
It has.
Yeah, I don't want to take away from that, but no, I'm not disagreeing with you.
But
that just goes into what I say, where I feel like it hasn't fully sank in with a lot of people.
At the same time, like, the same people who experience this aren't fucking dead. They're still alive, right? Like, so what I'm saying is, like, yes, we're getting a fucking taste of it, dude.
He's fine now. Like, he wasn't annoying me at all. He was being very sweet.
Yeah, he was being sweet. He's a good boy. But the thing is, like, it's like empathy, right? Like, I don't fully understand empathy.
Empathy's a hard thing to understand.
I don't do it. I only recently learned the word. But, like, you know, you feel it. Let's share this feeling of, like, you know, unfair beauty standards.
You want to
right?
know how I got empathy? Go on antidepressants for an extended period of time, and then drop them all at once, which you're not supposed to do. It will fuck up your emotions for a long time. You will find yourself watching TV shows and crying and not even knowing why. It's the most benign things.
I mean, anymore.
Medicines that fuck with the chemicals in your head are fucked, and that's why I don't like them. They do strange things to you.
Well, I mean, anymore,
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just driving to work and I just break down and cry. You know, like, I think my chemicals are already fucked up.
I'm not going to say I haven't experienced that plenty of times.
Like,
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I think that anymore, like, I don't think it's antidepressants. I think chemicals are just straight up fucked up, and I don't think that what's weird is, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, because I'm a grown-ass man, right? Up until, like, fucking recently, my chemicals were, all this shit, fine. Totally fine. Might have been a little narcissistic, might have been a little bit fucking crazy, might have been a little bit fucking suicidal, not in like a bad way, but in like a fun suicidal way, you know.
You know,
like
the self-deprecating millennial, like,
well, in like
LMAO, I wish I was dead.
no, more like an adrenaline junkie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've always been.
No,
like
you definitely have been, yeah.
Yeah, I've always been like a seeker
Also,
of-
I just want to, like, make a side statement real quick. Never seen anyone more fucking death-proof than this guy right here.
yeah, I actually
Like, this dude,
shot,
honestly,
stabbed.
might not be half Native American and Caucasian. Might be 1/3 Native American, 1/3 Caucasian, 1/3 cat. As many of times as this dude has fucking narrowly dodged death.
Shot, stabbed, hit by many cars. Lots of cars been hit
Struck
by.
by lightning.
Struck by lightning. I was struck by lightning.
Oh, did you get telepathy? Or any, so you've heard about all that strange stuff about, like, all the stuff that
No, I got depression.
Oh, okay. Just as great of a just as great of a superpower.
I know, right? Yeah, all of it. Yeah, I just I can't die. If you see me on the street, don't shoot me or stab me.
Actually, don't try. Like, let's not tempt it.
I don't like it. Let's this is a good time to take a pee break.
Okay.
You know what? I'm thinking. And we're back. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Thank
Well,
you so much for holding out. It probably seemed like 30 seconds. Not even 30 seconds, like half a
Instant.
second.
Yes.
Yeah. The way I've been editing, beautiful. Magnifique. Go on.
Man, this podcast, I thought it was going into the ground fast at the beginning, and wow, it just devolved into something really positive and, normalizing your mental problems, which is great, because everyone has them these days.
Yeah.
What a generation we are.
Yeah. No, I mean, especially as like, yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know. It's weird. It's wild. I don't know. I think that the biggest problem is like we just we're not focused on like struggling,
No.
right? Like everything's so easy, and I think that's the hardest part.
Well, actually, if you want to get into my, like, real, like, conspiratorial shit, I can go deep with this, but I think everyone would somewhat agree with this, is that most modern Americans are in such a struggle today, or not even necessarily a struggle, but just the monotony of day-to-day life with everything that is today from most jobs and whatnot, that it's hard to care about fucking anything else or the bigger picture.
Well, I mean, that's like the whole anti-work movement, right? Pretty much. That's,
I mean, I'm not into that shit, but, like, some of my ideas would agree with it, that's for sure.
I don't know. I mean, like,
I'm not anti-work. Like, some of these fucking anti-work people, like, in that whole movement, or whatever you want to call it, are like, the government subsidize us and we should be free to pursue arts.
No.
And no, I'm not into, like,
No.
that shit. But some of my ideology would certainly agree with what the anti-work movement has to say.
well, I mean, I'd say,
I'd say, like, almost to a 1984 level, we're trapped in our own version of slavery. Not like your
Yeah.
classical idea of slavery, but a slave to
modern slaves.
modern
Some Kanye
yeah,
West shit.
some Kanye West modern slave shit.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, like, I think I subscribe to a certain degree of the anti-work shit.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean, that's kind of where we're at. Like, I work. Excuse me. Oh, I was not prepared for the hiccups, and they're gonna go away. And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
and they're gone. I cured them.
You did it.
Yeah. No, I do know how to cure hiccups. But no, I mean, I think that the modern day, like, anti-work thing, like, the biggest thing for me is, like, I work so that you don't have to, right? And I'm not doing it because of, like, the whole matriarchy, patriarchy. I don't know what the fucking difference is. Like, it's just an M and a P. Like, are men matriarchy? Or are they patriarchy?
Patriarchy.
We're patriarchy? That makes no fucking sense because I'm a man with an M.
Paternal.
Poverty? I don't fucking know what the letters mean.
It's derivative.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
derivative, paternal or paternity.
We're gender fluid, and we keep it gender fluid here. It doesn't fucking matter. But the thing is like, I work, like, you know, because, like, I mean, like, because both me and you are pursuing arts, right? And you, I want to work so that like you can work to not work.
Honestly, I think America would be. This is a controversial statement, of course, but I think America would be happier going back, if it were possible, which it's not, but to go back to the one household or one job per household system. And I mean, I'm not saying that to keep anyone down. And if you want to make it a gender fluid situation where it's not always the man working, that's fine.
Oh, that's my life goal.
I would love to have.
That's my life goal. Yeah,
I've always.
I've told you if you want to get a full-time job. I'm talking to the producer right now, Wife Uwu. You know, she's sitting back there behind the camera, being sexy as F. But I mean, I've told.
See me in the reflection.
Oh yeah, well there you go. You can see her in the reflection. There you go, because we're not burning a fire. But I mean, I've told you many times, like if you want to be the breadwinner, I will clean the house. I will cook. I will clean. I'll learn to cook, as long as you are winning the bread. I'll do it happily.
But I
don't give an F. I'll vacuum. I'll fucking scrub the bidet. All the bidets. We got 2 now.
Nice.
I'm excited.
But yeah, I think the whole of America would be happier going back to the one job per household system if it were possible with the current state of America, which I don't think it is for many other reasons, to have a one job household. But like when you can make, especially once again bringing a child into the equation, when you can have one parent or one member of the household working while the others support the household, that being their full-time job, I think everything's a lot happier because you have one character in the household that only has to worry about working, being the breadwinner. You have the other that makes their full-time job the parenting or the cleaning, and then you have a much more happier equation on the end of, instead of both parents or both members of the household working and then trying to, in their free time, which is already shortened because of the 40-hour work week, which is standard, but most people work more, trying to split the normal household duties, and then even more so when you bring a child into the equation. That's a lot of stress, all in all, trying to split all that.
I'll go even further and say, like, I mean, like, all right, like, the great thing about... Like, I don't know. Maybe this sounds like a fever dream.
A lot of this is. What I just said was a fever dream. Because that's never going to happen again.
Well, everybody has their own fucking hobbies of their own. I don't think the whole anti-work movement should be about just staying at home and playing video games and making art. Hard quotation, air quotes on that, you know? Mm-hmm. But, I mean, like, I think that, like, the actual... anti-work movement should more so just be about like creating, like figuring out your fucking hobby. Like it doesn't have to be every single person wants to be a streamer, like, or every single fucking person wants to be a YouTube person or content creator, because that's the easy way, and it's not. Oh my god, it's not. No. It's so hard. What we're doing right now is so fucking hard.
No, there's a shitload of work that goes into
the amount of work that we put into this.
I need to focus on that computer when I go home.
It's fine. Actually, I don't even care. No, like that's not what this is about. Like
no, I was just thinking. I was getting off on track.
But the amount of work that just go. Let's just take it back and go into fucking streaming. Right? Streaming is about as easy as it gets. Live streaming, you just have fun, you connect with people, and you enjoy the company that comes along with it. That is hard work. But like, content creating is not like something that everyone should want to do. But that being said, like, that's not what everyone wants to do. Like, I mean, there are people out there who like fucking sewing, you know? Not painting, not taking pictures or selfies, or photoshopping themselves to make their boobs look bigger. You know, if you want to do that, that's fine. Thank you. I appreciate your work. I really do. Especially the hentai artists out there. Specifically the Japanese people. Mm-hmm. You guys are fucking masters of your craft. Anyway, I digress. But, like, I think that the bigger thing is, like, there are people who have hobbies, like modern day blacksmithing. Like, blacksmithing is a dying trade, you know?
Has been for 100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it being a dying trade is that there's really not much money in it.
Mm-mm.
But the craftsmanship behind it, knife making, that's a perfect example. That's probably the best
All these things have
example.
been killed by mass production too. Glass blowing, another one.
Yeah.
It used to be considered like one of the highest. Weren't you the person that told me about the secret black glass blowing island? Yes. Yeah.
And the reason why modern bottles are the size that they are, the 750 milliliters, is because that's the average size of a glass blower's lungs, like a full breath, like.
Because they had enhanced lungs though, because that was their trade.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
But I mean, like that's fascinating. That's incredible. And modern technology, we've standardized everything, but we don't appreciate like the human aspect of it. We want machines to be making this shit for us. We don't appreciate like a modern knife. Like I do. I love my cheap ass like really nice steel knife, right? Like it's a great knife. It's my beater knife. I use it for a pry bar. I use it for a screwdriver. It's terrible. You shouldn't do that. Do not do that. But I love it, right? Like I love that knife. But at the same time, like the knife that you got us, Jesus Christ, I love that knife so much.
Like I said, it's
handmade.
It's a functioning piece of art. I'll just say this because I was crazy about that knife when I bought it because I was super into that stuff. It's a real Seki City knife, which is like if you're going to get a true Japanese knife, because there are plenty of Chinese knockoffs on the market that claim to be Japanese, but all they do is have a VG10 core, which is that specific type of Japanese steel. No, that's a real Seki City knife, which is like the pinnacle of areas for Japanese knife making. That's the place to get your knife from. That's where all the real knife manufacturers are, is Seki City.
And you can see the craftsmanship.
Oh yeah,
like you can see, and the thing I love about it is you can see every single time someone hammered it, every single time someone, sharpened, like it's a perfect knife because it's a human fucking knife.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, out of our entire house, that's probably one of the few things that we have that was made by a goddamn human being.
Yeah, because that's still a time-honored tradition in Japan.
Although I will say, a lot of things that we don't give credit to are actual mass production in China, because a lot of that... Okay, so... a lot of the things that are mass-produced in China are still made by human hands.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And, I mean, as I looked at my new fucking Game Boy, or Retroid...
I thought it was American
2.
produced.
No, it's made in China.
Is it really?
Yeah.
A lot of, you'd probably be surprised how many things you have that are made by hand because of shops.
But I mean, that thing was handmade.
Everyone's phones.
Yeah, everyone's phones. But the problem is, I'm not trying to take away from things that are made in China. Because you're right. You're absolutely right. Like, yeah, fentanyl is fucking awesome.
All the same. Like, by the way, I don't know if I was getting sidetracked. Go ahead. Sorry.
But I think the problem is that, yeah, like, you're absolutely right. I think that the things that are made in China, yeah, they're handmade, and I'm not trying to sell China short, but I think that there's a bigger issue there, right? Like, it's not ethically produced.
Fair
No.
wages, yeah.
And they're not doing something that they want to do because they want to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Like me personally, like, I want to fucking, like, you give me something to do with my hands, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to have a goddamn great time. I don't care if it's fucking knife making, sharpening, fucking glass, like, any of the things that we've mentioned, putting together a fucking Game Boy Advance, like, these are things, that's what I do for a living. Right? Like, I play with computers. I love doing shit with my hands.
You're getting a little clawy on my side there.
But I think that that's a problem with, like, where we're at right now, is, like, we care more about, saving money and getting a better deal on, like, modern electronics and blah, blah, fucking shoes. Jordans and shit like that. Fucking stupid shit than actually paying for, like, handcrafted quality craftsmanship. If that makes sense. I don't know.
You know,
I don't
we
know.
have
It's a
a
stupid
cobbler here in
spiel.
town.
Huh?
You know, we have a cobbler here in town.
Like
Yeah.
pie?
Cobbler.
Like someone who fixes shoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've used them before.
Yeah, so have I. Yeah.
They've resold my shoes, a couple boots of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid.
I think I just felt like mentioning that because that's a unique thing that we have
It
here
is.
that is, once again, a dying trade,
Yeah.
a cobbler.
Oh my god! But like, you get yourself a fucking good pair of boots, like, and that's the whole thing, right? Like, what's the
Tailor-made.
the analogy of like buying cheap boots for expensive boots, like how the rich get richer. Like, there's like the metaphor
You get
about
what
like
you pay for? That's the only thing I
No.
can think of that I feel
no,
like you're
there's
getting
like
at.
some fucking metaphor for boots, right? And it's specifically boots. Like, I've heard this
Boots.
before, but like, you pay for or how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, right? Like, it ties.
I'm trying
into
to
that.
think of something, yeah.
But like, you buy the expensive boots,
I know what you mean.
and like, you buy a pair of boots and you keep them for
invest-
life.
Yeah, you invest in an expensive.
But you
pair.
buy a shitty pair of boots and
You
you
have
throw
to
them
buy-
away, and you
and then you
end up
buy another,
spending
you
more
buy another
money.
pair 2 years later. And,
Yeah, or a year later, depending on how often you use them. But you invest in the good pair of boots and you keep them relevant, and then you end up it's how the rich spend less money in the long run because
Like,
they spend more up front.
I'm trying to think of the correct term, planned obsolescence.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
if that's not the right term, but it's something like that. Like,
Yeah.
Like how everyone today, whether it be your appliances in your kitchen or whatever, everything is designed to go bad. Nothing is made well anymore because it's not profitable for them to make things well anymore.
Right. And but anything that is well made is expensive. You pay, and it's always been this way. This is the problem with capitalism, right? Like if it's well made and it's built to last, you're gonna pay more. Mm-hmm.
But still, it's not profitable.
always-
You're gonna pay you're gonna pay more up front. Mm-hmm. And if you can afford it's the difference between going to a fucking it's the difference between going to Walmart for a fucking pair of boots and like an actual like handmade pair of boots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Walmart's using the shittiest leather that they can afford, like the cheapest shit that they can afford. They're selling,
Everything's optimized to maximize profit.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. They're using glue to glue on the soles instead of actually stitching them in. And the thing is, if you go to the fucking expensive boot place where they can replace the sole, like they can do it for, you can replace that sole for like $20 because the dude, it doesn't cost the dude anything.
No.
You know, it's just a little bit of fucking thread and a sole. Like, that's it. And he's sewing it in on your leather fucking boot. But you go to Walmart, you buy a fucking cheap ass pair of boots, the glue starts coming undone, the tread starts wearing thin, and the leather starts falling apart. You're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just buy another pair because it's cheaper that way, right? In your mind, it's cheaper that way instead of just paying $400 for the same pair of fucking boots, upkeeping the leather, because leather's gonna last you goddamn forever. Fucking leather.
Real leather.
Yeah,
Real leather.
Real leather. And like, you know, you use real leather, you fucking take care of it, and you appreciate the fucking animal that you're wearing. It's gonna last you. It's gonna outlive you.
Actually, you just hit on something there that I don't think you realized. You just, like, no, you really did. Like, you just made a point that I don't think you realized that you made. Because it isn't, and I just kind of realized it as you said it too. But it isn't, the problem isn't just capitalism and maximizing profits, but it's also the way that Americans have been conditioned for convenience. Because how many people that buy a leather pair of boots, even your standard workman, like your guy, your farmer, whatever, that's going to be wearing those boots.
Farmer John.
How many of them, or even, it's not even how much they want to, but how many of them are going to have the time to really care for a fine piece of leather? And they're going to want to sit down and care for their boots regularly to preserve their boots if they had a fine pair of leather boots that were meant for work.
I think I think anyone who does research.
I think you're thinking like yourself.
Well, I mean, like...
I'm just being honest. I think you're thinking like yourself. I think you're thinking, if you were in that place, would you like to do that? The answer is yes. I know you. Of course the answer for you is yes, because you take interest in all these fine things, and you enjoy and appreciate the care for them. The average person has been conditioned for convenience. That's America. That's fast food.
That's the trick.
That's everything we do.
An Everett that will polish your boots for you.
But
if I were to come up to them
okay.
and be like, "Hey babe, will you polish my boots? Hey babe, will you sharpen my knife?" You'd be like, "Yeah."
But most people aren't going to have this guy in their home, and then that just once again gets into the issue of convenience. But it's creating jobs.
But it is creating jobs. But I don't think that it should be about creating jobs. This goes back to the whole anti-war.
No, I was joking about it. That was sort of a joke, but yeah.
But I mean, like, I think that, like, we should. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, everything I do is all about fucking recycling. Like it's not like in a hippie fucking bullshit, oh, save the planet type way. Like, we fucking killed this shit. It's dead. The planet's dead. We are a cancer on the fucking planet. We might as well just fucking ride it out. Have fun. Our kids can fucking deal with the repercussions. I'm not ashamed to admit
I wouldn't say that, but honestly, I'd say...
No, I am.
I'd honestly say at this point, we have kind of fucked things, and we should just,
No, we are... Humanity is a cancer.
No,
we are a tumor.
We should, I think if we're going to do anything, I think we're past the point of no return on a lot of things, and I think if anything, we should probably just keep exploiting shit and hope that the intelligence community is good enough to be able to learn how to colonize before this all goes to shit, and then we should learn from our mistakes with Earth and colonize something better,
No, I think that humanity's fucked.
Can you hit me with that too?
Yeah.
Because I'm about to refill.
Oh,
you just won. One's good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think that
I'll refill here in a second.
Humanity is pretty much fucked. We've been fucked for a long time, but I think that, like...
Oh, hell yeah.
I think that...
That's really fucking good, by the way, on the rocks. I don't think I ever said it.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue. I didn't mean to interrupt your thought. I'm so stream of conscious.
No, that's...
Actually, I was going to
Speak loud. Diaphragm.
I wanted to interrupt there just to say this is the bourbon basement, so I think that any thoughts about the bourbon we are drinking, all conversation should be paused for, actually.
Yeah, no,
okay, fair. Yeah, no, that is very fair. Yeah, we got to stay on the main topic at any point.
We're supposed to review the bourbon, and honestly, in all of our podcasts,
we have. This one's been stream of conscious though.
Yeah.
We have had like a review stage.
This has been the best podcast.
Honestly, I was about to say that, like, if you can make, I don't know how long that first part took when we were just kind of like,
that was fun though.
It was fun. It was fun for us.
Yeah.
Maybe not for the viewers, but if you can make it through like the first 30, 45 minutes of this podcast, if you're at this point, it's been pretty great, right?
Deep.
Like,
it really did.
We've been
going
top
deep
notch
the whole time. Yeah,
I think we have. Yeah, this has been top notch.
But seriously, this bourbon is like...
Oh, it's great.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I fucking love
Especially
this.
like, I like the spiciness of it.
I like it a little watered down though.
But like a little watered down. This is a fantastic bourbon.
It's fucking delicious. I love this shit.
And
this
it's like spicy and sweet at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The heartburn's gone too for me.
Once I went to ice, because I was getting it bad at first. Once I went to ice, gone.
Yep. Same.
I started with ice and
never had it.
I took the first sip. I was just like, ooh, this is good.
This is a good bourbon.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, by the way. This was one of mine.
This
is one of mine. Yes.
Oh, good. I think this was.
This was Brenna. Yes, this is. Yeah, Brenna said
you picked out, babe.
She said at the beginning this is one that she picked out. So yes, thank you.
Because
thank you very much.
Specifically, Garrison Brothers in mind, so we got that.
This one has been a treat.
And then the other one was the guy, the one
random dude recommended that one, and then we were like, well, this one's like not as expensive as what we normally get, so let's get another.
That's what I was wanting to ask. Like,
that's what
I'm not going to ask you the price because that's just not me, especially with Christmas gifts and stuff. But like, would you say this is an affordable bourbon for our viewers?
Yeah, this one is absolutely
very affordable bourbon for our viewers.
It's like right there in the tier of like the
compare it to something. Yeah, compare it to something.
You know, like Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo. Okay, yeah,
it's like a mid tier. It's not like bottom shelf.
If this is on the level,
I can't afford that.
If this is on the price level of Buffalo Trace, for all our viewers, definitely try this. This is a fantastic bourbon, and I am not in any way versed on like the real hard details of distilling bourbon, but I do know that climate has a huge part to play in it. Not just with the facility that it's in being climate controlled or anything, but just the overall climate of the area affecting how the bourbon comes out. And I was really not concerned, but curious how, especially having been there, an Oregon climate would play out in distilling a bourbon. And this is just amazing.
Yeah. And it said that they use like 4 different...
4 grains,
Yeah.
which I think a standard bourbon mash bill is 3? 4?
I was just on it
Rye.
because it looked cool.
Fuck.
I
Buckley.
know that there's
Barley.
specifically...
Rye, barley, and
whiskey.
wheat. Yeah, rye, barley, and wheat. I think are... No, corn.
I like corn.
Yeah, you do.
Corn's good.
Yeah.
We lost him again.
No, pour me more. I'm waiting.
Oh, you were waiting for me?
You said you were gonna pour some after I gave you ice.
No, I said I was going to re-up.
Oh,
You haven't given us any opinions, babe. What do you think about it?
the bourbon?
Yeah.
I'm trying to manage
No, I
this with
said
a
it's
cat on my
fucking
lap
delicious.
and not knock over this water glass that I'm also leaning.
I said it's really good with ice, and I like it watered down. Here, I'll give you some. You want ice? You're gonna just
Yeah, I got a cat on my lap. You
just
pour
sit
Brenna.
down. I'll pour her out. Just here you go. This is big ice. You're welcome. You don't need another one. Here you go. No, it's fucking amazing. I like this. Watered down, not with
I liked it neat.
I don't think
did.
I like neat as much
No, I
as
didn't.
Brenna, I know you don't like neat. I would say just try a sip of it. Ooh.
Yeah, he's a shithead. I like some bourbons. Yeah, this one I don't like
Okay.
I
neat
feel
very
like
well.
I used to like neat bourbon a lot more than I do nowadays. I don't know.
Everett disagrees with me, it seems. I would say just try one sip neat if we have like a spare glass
Yeah, you
or
should.
something.
You should
Because
try.
it was, no, I promise you,
A
I
sip.
really like
The sip
just
neat.
one sip neat. Like, it was way spicier neat, and I really enjoyed that. I
is
definitely
very
do.
spicy.
I definitely do like it on ice more, but like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell you this if I didn't think it was worth trying. You might not like it, but I definitely would say it's worth trying neat. Just a sip if you don't like neat. Like, I'm not saying have a whole
There's
glass.
a lot of flavor.
Yeah, try.
If you like your bourbon neat, then
This is a good neat bourbon, especially if you want something that's spicier, neat. I feel like it does have a sweetness that comes out when you water it down more. And I would say, actually, on that note, try every bourbon watered down, because it is definitely easier to pick out the individual flavors of a bourbon as it waters down with a glass of ice, but it is very spicy neat, and if you like a spicier bourbon, this is great.
Yeah.
Everett, not losing you, buddy? You look like you're like, I don't know, getting tired?
No.
You're not?
No, after this.
Hit me with the next topic.
When are we doing
Dude,
the
what?
Crimbus?
Well,
never
in a
told
few
us.
hours.
What?
Get away. We're not driving
Wait, what? No,
We're not driving
Brenna,
drunk.
what did you ask me?
when we're
I
doing the
asked- I asked
Crimbus.
what time we're doing the Crimbus.
She
We're not-
never responded.
We're not doing
My son had a haircut today, and I think she went to take him to his haircut because I know it was at 10. What time is it?
It was
11:40.
when we started. Yeah.
She should have texted me back a minute. Did I put my phone back on the charger over
yeah,
there?
it's on the charger right there.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I'll get back with her later.
Whew, I need some water.
I'll let you guys know that.
I'm starting to get that heartburn.
Oh, no, wait, never mind. I'll tell you after the podcast. I'm sorry, I forgot. We actually did reach a conclusion on that, but it depends on something else. I'll tell you after the podcast, but yeah.
Gotcha. Anyway, next topic.
Well, no, back to the.
Actually, no.
Okay.
Continue.
Go
Finish
ahead.
your... No.
No.
No, actually, no. Seriously. Please, finish your thought. I was going to bring up something. Okay. Hey, while we were playing Dark Souls earlier, do you recall, we got off on a tangent, and we were having a serious conversation, and you were like, this is good shit. We should save it for the next podcast.
Oh, yeah, go on.
I have been racking my fucking brain.
Was it the Matrix? It was the Matrix.
It was something to do with the Matrix. It was. I've been racking my fucking brain, not even way before, like hours.
The heist.
It's about
Hours before we started the podcast,
Yeah.
I was racking my brain trying to
It was
remember
the
what
heist.
the fuck it was.
It was the heist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Where
yeah.
were we?
No.
No, like,
The
we can
heist-
start over, but like,
The heist was about Inception. No.
No, it wasn't. It was about.
No, we went off on
okay.
a tangent about heist movies, and he was... No, it wasn't. We finished that thought. No, there was a thought after.
It was
we
about
we did
Morpheus.
finish that
It
thought.
was about
Morpheus.
how
It was about Morpheus. It was about how he's a
Yeah.
computer. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it was about the meta.
Let's
It
back
was-
up.
yeah,
Let's back
it was-
up for our
okay.
viewers.
All right. Yeah.
All right, we're rewind.
Does anyone have a vape juice that I can use? I need to go
Yeah,
get
there's
vape
one on
juice.
the table right there to your left.
I was going to go get it this morning,
toss
but then I ended up over here.
Ow.
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
I came over here at 4 a.m. and
Okay.
somehow ended up here.
So, yeah, let's talk about The Matrix. And get off of the bottle opener, please. Thank you. So, okay, so for those of you who have not seen The Matrix Reloaded, do not listen to this. Skip ahead at least 15 minutes. Let's set a timer for 15 minutes. Just
Oh!
there you go.
I'm glad I could do this on podcast. This stuff is violent.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the rough one.
Oh, thank you for giving me the rough one.
Yeah.
Do you need that back burner, or can I just sit it over here?
Just throw it away.
Yeah.
It's not empty.
It's still throw it away.
Okay, I will use the last of that then because
You said it for 15
I get
minutes?
everything out of my vape
Right.
juice.
All right, yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. For those of you who have not seen The Matrix Reloaded yet, skip this. Spoiler alert, it's the newest Matrix. Matrix
Is this supposed to be coffee?
Revelations, whatever
It smells
the
very
newest one is.
coffee-ish, and it's
Where where it's Lana Wachowski. Only her. The new
only
one,
her,
That one.
not Lily. Lily abandoned her
Yep. Like a bitch.
after they went trans.
Because we can say that now, because she a bitch. Anyway, so yeah, Morpheus is, it didn't make very much sense because, so, my problem was, and it confirms that the Matrix,
Do you get how Morpheus was created though? Because that was when we were talking earlier. That was the thing.
Morpheus is the character that's always supposed to find the chosen one. Or he
Yes.
is the program.
So Neo programmed him as his game developer self in a separate version of his Matrix that was a video game in the Matrix.
But did Neo actually program him if there's no such thing as free will? Because Neo didn't choose to program Morpheus.
Fair.
The system programmed Neo into programming Morpheus.
But do they ever clearly say that in the Matrix you don't have free will? Your will is designated by the Matrix? I don't think
Yes!
No, dude, no they don't.
In the new one, the whole spiel that the blue-haired
No,
L-word
no,
chick.
I think
the
whole
love chick. I'm in L-word with you. You know? The blue hair girl, the new girl, when she goes on her little
the chick
monologue,
from Iron Fist.
she has a little. She's from Iron Fist. I've never seen it, but anyway, she goes on a little monologue about how binary is not really binary, but it's like just a gender construct of reality, and this and that, and then like all kinds of
But
concepts.
then it goes back to the idea that the binary is an illusion altogether.
Yeah, free will.
So
isn't-
free
free will.
that's the point I'm making. That's
Choose
the point I'm
between
making.
A, B, and C. It's free will, but it's still a recipe.
No, I think it means that like you've always had free will.
There's
the
never
the
free
choice
will.
is an illusion itself.
No, there's never free will.
You always know what
the
you have to do.
destination is predetermined.
Okay, that's fair. I agree with that.
Yeah, and so Neo didn't create Morpheus. Neo was
the Matrix created Morpheus for Neo, or the Matrix
Matrix
created Morpheus through Neo.
yes.
Okay.
And so Neo needs Morpheus. Neo needs the catalyst, right? Neo creates the catalyst.
He even says that was pretty smart of you making me to free you, or something along.
Yeah.
Maybe not freeing him, but alluding to the fact that Neo, now back in the Matrix, having been reborn, created a Morpheus as a way to free himself, or the Matrix even through Neo had him create a Morpheus to free himself.
So I think that the bigger problem too is that like
Still the Matrix within the Matrix theory.
yeah, I think that really does prove that the Matrix is designed to.
They're not actually. Neo's not the whole time in this new Matrix and in the original trilogy. Neo has never actually freed himself. He's only taken himself to a different level of the Matrix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because why else? How would this new Morpheus exists outside of the Matrix, right? Unless and he can't escape the Matrix, right? Like why can't this new Morpheus escape the Matrix, and why is he this new Cenobite thing? You know, this like what do they call it? This Iron Man Neo fucking micro some tiny iron, you know? That shit. What is that Iron Man uses?
I can't. Vibranium?
No.
No, that's the stuff from Wakanda. Right? Wakanda, right? That's the stuff from Wakanda.
Yeah.
Jesus
Wakanda.
Christ.
It's nanotechnology. Thank you. He's using nanotechnology essentially to and with a bunch of fucking magnets. But anyway,
Fucking magnets.
How
do they work?
Wow.
You tried. I'm really clammy. I'm really
too.
clammy. Don't do this
Wow.
to me. Yeah, that
was mine.
Don't. No, it was ours. We mixed.
We
mixed our
the
fluids.
fluid, yeah.
We mixed our fluids.
We did. Wow. Anyway, no, but I think that really does confirm that Neo does exist, or that the Matrix is multi-layered, because.
And what a better way to trap someone too, than by making them think that they've gotten out when really they're just in a second level.
Well, and this is why my theory in like the Matrix 2, like the whole concept of Zion, and like humanity needs war, right? Like I think it was in the Matrix 2 that they even taught that like
Reloaded.
Was that Reloaded?
Reloaded. Revolutions. Resurrections.
We're talking about Resurrection.
We're talking about Resurrection.
Revelation.
No, Revelation's the third one. Reloaded, Revelations, Resurrections.
But I'm pretty sure in 2, they talked about how humanity needs war. And there's always a war that humanity's fighting, right? Like, and the reason why Zion, in my mind, and my interpretation of the Matrix, the reason why it was created was so that humanity has a war to fight, right? Like there are the rebellious programs that there are always going to be programs that will rebel. So what happens when like there's a virus, right? Because that's a virus to a system. And what happens when it breaks away or it becomes sentient? Well, it needs another thing to fight against. So it breaks away, right? It creates this existence for these programs to a war to fight, right? And like this war is continuously ongoing, and I think that really accentuates it in the new one, because at first they were fighting the Sentinels, and then they befriend the Sentinels
in the new one, right?
In the new one,
yes.
And now they're fighting.
Just to clarify,
yes, in the new Resurrections, excuse me. Going biblical Revelations, see what I did there. Anyway,
Revelations, by the way, is a fucking biblical movie.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It is.
Yeah.
It's basically the Bible. But anyway, so in this new one, they get out and and Io is what they call Zion now. Very clever. I like that. iOS, Okay. It's stupid.
No.
Bad joke.
No, it wasn't. I got it.
No, we should be laughing at the Matrix, like fucking Lena.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be laughing at Lena.
It's not good.
It's a terrible movie.
It's a terrible movie.
It's
a way to spend 2 hours. That's one way to put it.
But I think that actually, if anything, if we're actually going to try to appreciate this new Matrix as like a serious movie, appreciate this new Matrix as a serious movie.
I don't think either of you are ever gonna like it as much as I did.
But hold on. But
Everett told me why you liked it.
But because she fucking felt she slept through the
Everett explained that to me.
But we're on a time crunch. I set a 15-minute timer. But the reason why this new Matrix is important is because it actually does it ties into the new one, and I think that it does concrete my theory that the Matrix, they're all programs. Neo's a program. There's a program that's designed to be the one to break the Matrix and reset it. It's cyclical. It's basically a Windows. It's like going from Windows 10 to Windows 11.
on the note of the Matrix,
Yep.
I feel like you ended on a good point here. I just wanted to bring up another point while we're in this 15 minutes.
Do you disagree with me?
No, I don't. No, I think you made a good point. I think you ended it perfectly. I was just wanting to move on to another Matrix thing while we're in the 15 minutes.
Oh, well, I mean...
Well, I'm sorry. Were you wanting me to elaborate on it?
No, I want you to disagree with me. Please
I don't
prove me
Once in
wrong.
the 15 minutes if there are spoilers involved.
I know.
Yeah, there were a lot of spoilers.
I'm just saying I don't I think you summed it up well.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Bravo. Fantastic speech. That was your TED Talk.
Well, I feel...
Got 5 minutes.
Wow,
and 20
time is
seconds
not
left.
real.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you disagree with me, please do.
Yeah.
Because
I wanted to bring up another point, like something else I've been thinking about. Have you rewatched all the Matrix movies recently?
No.
I feel like I rewatched all of them before. I feel like I have a newfound opinion on some of the Matrix movies.
Go ahead.
I feel like Reloaded,
Was that the second one?
second one.
Okay.
Reloaded, the second one. I feel like it was a good movie with a little bit of bloat. So, do you know how they were developed? The second and the third one? So, they came out within the same year. Crazy, right? They both came out in 2003. The Wachowskis had been vying, because it was like 4 years in between, they had been vying for Matrix sequels. They wanted to do 2 more. They got a single budget from Warner Brothers to do 2 more movies and 1 production cycle. So they did both of the movies together, same budget, same production cycle, back to back, released them same year, one of them spring, one of them fall. I feel like Reloaded is a good movie with a little bloat, and I feel like Revelations is a bad movie with a lot of bloat. I think that The Matrix as a trilogy could have been a lot better if they had just made the second one as a single movie that was super long. Something like a Lord of the Rings extended version where you're talking like a 4-hour movie.
Or a
but
Zack Snyder cut.
yeah, take all the fucking bloat out, make it a 4-hour movie, just 1 sequel would have been a hell of a lot better.
I do like the albino ghosts.
The twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were cool.
Yeah, they were cool. They were. There were some cool fight scenes with those guys too.
What the fuck were the bugs in this new one? I'm trying to find the relevance of the bugs to the OG Matrix.
Yeah.
Who were they?
I think they were just like I said. You're talking.
They were supposed to be.
You're
like
talking about
prior,
the scene in like the stairway.
Yeah, they were supposed to be like prior programs in the Matrix that never got deleted when the purge happened from the previous Matrix, which makes no fucking sense that they
I'm going to be honest. I think they were just a disposable fight scene with an excuse for some meta. Because you remember that one was screaming
Yeah.
about fucking social media networks and
Yeah.
shit. That was a blatant excuse for a fight scene and a bunch of that more like that meta
breaking
like,
the fourth wall.
some
type
people
shit, like
because
today.
I've been reading on like online on Reddit and shit about the Matrix opinions. Apparently some people really like the meta in the movie. The whole time, anytime there was like this super meta scene, just like I said when Agent Smith, the fucking recast, it's a piece of shit compared to Hugo Weaving.
He was, but he wasn't.
Speaking of fucking Lord of the Rings, Hugo Weaving is fucking Elrond. Amazing. God damn, I
Yeah,
love that guy.
yeah.
Anyway, I feel like it was just an excuse for a fight scene and a bunch more of meta. Because, like, every time they were doing that meta bullshit with him, like, talking about, like, the Matrix game and then, like, the fucking program raving about social media, I was rolling my eyes. Like, it's so fucking, like... Just the whole meta bullshit, like everything trying to be meta these days, like fucking stop it. I've had enough of it.
Everybody's trying to rip off Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
But
that I hadn't even thought about it like that. But you're right. Everyone's trying to rip off Rick and Morty with the meta bullshit.
But at the same time, even though I don't appreciate Mr. Smith replacing the new Mr. Smith, I don't even know his fucking name. Didn't care to look.
Nope.
Replacing Hugo Weaving, I will say.
Fucking
I will say.
Elrond.
I will say. I think he actually. I think that he did a good job presenting like a modern day. Like the whole thing was meta.
Okay, if he's trying to be like
Modern day social media TikTok.
modern day like tech bro,
TikTok,
Mr. Smith,
Mr. Smith.
tech bro executive, Mr.
Tech bro TikTok, Mr.
Yes,
Smith.
he did a good job at that with like him being like so cocky, like
Yeah, like Because that's all IT is anymore.
Yeah.
Being
I
the
didn't even catch the first glimpse of him being that because
we did do a
How
lot
he
of
does the
rewinding.
super meta quote at the beginning when he's looking out the
No,
window.
but I was the one who pointed out how Neo sees himself, or
Yeah.
how everyone else sees him. With
When
the
Mr.
mirror.
Smith is first introduced, he's doing that
Yeah.
nostalgic meta quote from the pinnacle of the first, in my opinion, the pinnacle of the first Matrix movie when he's got Morpheus change up and he does that monologue. That is so fucking powerful.
Yeah.
It's a great performance.
You've got
But-
50 seconds, boys.
I'm just gonna jack off over Hugo Weaving. I'm sorry. I fucking love
But
him.
I think that he did a good job, like presenting like a modern day Snapchat, TikTok version of like an IT bro who's just cocky and worked his way to the top, because that's what IT is.
And I think they did
just-
a great job. I will say this, as much as I hate the recast, I think they did a great job explaining it canonically with the recast about how they changed their, what was it, like their inner self or whatever, like how like you're in the Matrix, you view, or your representation of yourself is how you view your inner self. That's how they explained the recast
Yeah.
canonically
Yeah.
with him, like they changed both Neo and his inner self vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
5, 4,
And
3,
three.
2, 1.
Matrix
0.
spoilers are over.
No more Matrix spoilers. So basically, pretty much the summary of that entire discussion, if you haven't seen The Matrix yet, watch it, skip back to this 15 minutes prior to this conversation, and the summary is everybody's trying to be Rick and Morty. I think that's really the outcome of that entire conversation. Is really everyone's just trying to be fucking Rick and Morty. It's pee break time.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Go.
Oh, you count up. You count up.
Hey, we're back now.
We're
Everett's in a
back.
different mood because he had to go through an update. We had to update the camera, which is actually an iPhone. Illusion ruined.
Yeah, it's actually kind of amazing because, like, to you guys, it'll probably seem like that. But the best part is, to us, that was actually like 2 hours that it took us to update the firmware.
It was literally like an hour and a million.
Yeah, it took so long that I was able to actually update my my updates.
He was able to update his updates,
On my
which is
emulator.
actually a very interesting update on the updates that he updated.
Do you remember where we left off?
No. Well, I think we finished.
The Matrix was a ripoff of
No.
Rick and
No,
Morty.
no, because we ended on no more Matrix spoilers.
No, yeah, we ended at a good spot, dude. We did. Okay.
It wasn't a spoiler. All we said was the summary of the new Matrix movie is that
Love.
everybody's just trying to rip off Rick and Morty.
Love. No, it's love.
And then
Love.
we went pee. And actually now I have to go pee, now that I said pee.
I'm gonna be honest with you. While all that
Yeah, well, how long it took
with
to update.
with all that update, can we just like exit this part out and like go pee and then like you know
Go pee.
this is such a benign. Okay.
And so right now,
You and waifu.
I just want to
You guys hit it. You and your waifu. Hit it. Hit it. Conversation.
I just want to take a minute to talk about Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen. Hey, women. You know, we don't really appreciate all the work that Jesus really did for us. And stop! You're fucking with the camera or the microphone. You're actually causing all kinds of shit. Makes it really difficult for me to mix later. You want to do this? Okay, so stop. All I'm saying is, you know, maybe Jesus is Jeff Bridges. Maybe Jesus is Hugo Weaving. I don't know. Maybe he's a fucking cat. All I know is that Jesus was a fucking chill dude. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like one of those guys. Okay, why do you like that chair more? Like I give you so much. I give you drugs. I give you food. I give you love. I'm gonna pull your tail. Okay. Hey. You want this? You want this? Get over here. Y'all, for those of you listening, I have a cat. And he's sitting in the wrong chair. I think he just likes to feel like a big man on campus.
He's part of the podcast now.
He's always been a part of the podcast. He's
Brandon,
the
I
main
need
character.
you to stop. We have
No,
a
just
guest.
fucking don't. Just
Stop.
let's just
Stop.
go.
I'm just
Let's just
kidding.
go.
No.
Let's just go.
Okay, Everett. Got it.
come
Bad jokes.
Okay.
Bad joke.
Everett's so unhappy.
on. Yeah. he's
All right, here we
not
are.
fun.
We're finishing this podcast. You can only see my chin down. Look at my nice Adam's apple. It's not probably that nice. I don't know. I don't have that defined of a face.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that was nice.
Trying to fucking kill this.
Yeah.
drink.
Cheers.
You guys were drinking without me the entire time I was trying to update this. Your cheers.
and somehow
All of
you're
your
more drunk
guys'
than us.
cheers mean nothing to me. Cheers to you too.
Somehow you're more drunk than us.
I went into this.
And you had like 2 glasses.
I've had a lot of glasses.
You've had like 2 glasses.
No. I've had multiple. You guys have refilled
3 max.
3 or 4.
I've refilled you the whole time. You've
I think
had
he's
3
on his
max. Yeah,
I
that's what I was thinking. You had 3 max.
I
I
am
edit.
too. I'm also on my third.
I edit these videos. I know.
You can
how.
send this one to me to edit. I'll learn to edit.
Oh, will you?
I will.
Okay.
I
Okay.
like how he looked at me like I know how to send any of this bullshit.
Yeah.
You think I'm the tech person here? You were sadly mistaken, my dude.
That's right.
That's the guy right there that can send you things.
He's gotten very cocky over these last 15 minutes that it's taken.
I edit. I
No,
update.
It's not
he's
cocky,
gotten-
actually.
He's gotten jaded.
He's gotten tired and now he's
gotten
angry
jaded.
and he's unhappy. He's angry and unhappy now that he's tired.
I updated like fucking 15 different. Or
You
3
updated an iPhone.
well, and my
The real
fucking
reason you had to wait
my
for it to
Retroid.
update, Yeah.
Actually, that pretty much fucking sums up the reason
Here,
why.
let me put my shirt out as a showpiece since I'm only this way down.
That
so we
pretty
can
much
really get
sums up the
demonetized.
reason why I'm so fucking salty is because I even had to touch a goddamn Apple product.
Mm-hmm.
In
I'd
the
be
past.
salty too if I had to touch an Apple
I
product.
fucking hate Apple
I fucking hate
products.
Apple too. That's why I switched long before you.
And
I'm not
why
even the PC guy. And everyone talks about how much more you can do on a Samsung, and you're the PC guy, and you were Apple longer than
Stop
me.
using the table. Jesus Christ.
Everett, do you want to smoke a cigar?
I want to. Yeah, let's fucking smoke a
Let's
cigar.
do the cigars. Let's do the cigars.
Not in here.
We're not gonna
No,
do no.
you
no.
fucking baby. Outside. Let's smoke a cigar.
I wouldn't.
Well, you have to
I'm gonna
finish
be
the
honest.
podcast.
I wouldn't approve of smoking cigars in
No.
your basement because, like,
It's gonna smell.
We're
like
not fucking cavemen. We weren't born in goddamn fetus tubes. We're not idiots. Okay? I don't smoke cigars inside because I like the smell of life. Okay? I like the smell of fucking cum. I like the smell. Whether or not cum smells good, I like it sometimes. I like the smell of bourbon, even though it smells like Bernie nostrils. I like the smell of charcoal, even though it smells like fucking hippies. I like the smell of patchouli. You know, I like fucking smells. I like coffee. I like the smell of this goddamn jacket, even though it smells like dirt. I fucking found it in the fucking dirt pile in our bedroom. You know, like the collection of dirt that I've been saving. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. I like smells, you know? I don't fucking like the smell of cigars. You know why I don't like the smell of fucking... No! You know why? No, you... That's right. You wanna know why I don't like the smell of fucking cigars? Because it conquers everything. And you know what? I'm usually all for toxic masculinity. I love fucking man spreading everywhere, but you know what I don't fucking love? The smell of goddamn cigars. Because it's like man spreading on toxic female masculinity. What's the equivalent of masculinity for females?
Femininity.
And that sounds like a stupid word. I hate that. Femininity? This is a stupid word. Fucking chicks, get a better word. Get a fucking better word, and that's it. That's the end of the podcast. We're done.
As I was going to say, let me just get this in real quick. I was basically going to give the short
fucking
version.
fact that chicks.
I
need
was
a
just
better
going.
word.
No, that's not what I was going to say.
just gonna say
I was going to say you could smoke a cigarette inside and have it air out within a day. You could smoke a cigar inside and you're fucked for a month at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells
Anyway.
like farts. It smells like actual buttholes. That's what cigars smell like inside.
Podcast.
Cigars inside.
Chop.
Well, actually, lastly, I do want to
You
finish.
do
Okay.
have to finish your drink.
No,
actually.
I'm gonna drink this drink.
No, you
with
should
the-
finish your drink. No, it's
Yeah.
it's the podcast. This was
Yeah.
hey, to be honest, this was your rule.
Yeah,
People hate it when
you-
movies set their own rules and then break them. This was your
My
rule.
Hero Academia.
This was perfect.
Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Naruto. Dragon
where?
Ball
Where
Z.
Naruto? No, like I'm not being facetious or anything. Like where? Like point it out to me.
The bitch who cuts her hair off.
Is that filler?
Yeah.
Okay, then I didn't watch filler. The canon shit's good. The canon shit's good.
Just fucking. Listen, bitches, come up with a better fucking word than femininity. You can't even say that.
Masculinity?
Is that it?
Masculinity?
Masculinity? It rolls
How
off the
does that
tongue.
sound any different?
No.
How does that sound any different?
Femininity.
Masculinity.
Masculinity. It starts with an M. Mask. Yeah. It starts with a Y.
Yeah.
Mask. Yeah.
Man.
No. Femininity. Femininity is an enemy. It's a enemy. It's an enigma.
Germany.
Listen, bitches. Just come up with a better word than for fucking femininity. Okay? Call it
Come up with a better way to speak into people.
like I don't even know, ballin'. You know what? Capitalize on ballin'. No one's using it. Maybe
don't you
DaBaby
capitalize
is.
on that?
But you already canceled. No, shut up. Listen. Call it ballin'. DaBaby may have capitalized on it, but you already canceled him. So you can fucking have that. There you go. Easy. Air high five. I like you pulled your clitoris out. That was cool.
This. You like it when I
Whoa,
said
slow down there. I don't like you showing your vagina. Oh my god.
that? Brandon's not even looking.
Yeah, well,
Dude.
I'm gonna figure. Hang on, I'm gonna figure that you were joking, but after you said that, I have respect for Brenna, and I was not going to look in that direction.
No, she's
No, look.
she's
This-
going-
Okay.
she's
okay.
going full on beef
This
curtains.
is my cute little kitty cat.
What the
Do you not wanna
fuck did
watch
you
me
just
stroke
fucking
it?
say?
Your wife texted me.
Should
Don't-
we end this podcast?
No, I gotta finish the drink. Those are the rules. But your wife
But I
texted
have
me.
to
Here,
make
you can
margaritas
respond.
before we go to
Hold
see
up.
your wife.
But you have to respond to your wife as offensively as possible. Okay.
Okay, sure.
And how I would respond
Yeah.
to your wife.
Can I just respond to my wife and
Hold
see
up.
what the fuck
You
she
know what?
said?
You know what?
Because
You know-
you're worrying me now
She
that my
said,
wife's.
yeah. Wait, that's you.
Did you text my wife
No,
first?
no, she texted me.
Is Brandon alive?
I said what?
She probably.
Here,
Hold on.
here,
Here, we're
here,
gonna send
here.
a selfie.
No,
Hold on.
we're not
come
gonna
here.
fucking send-
Send a selfie. Get over here. Get over here.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
heavy.
yeah.
I'm heavy as fuck.
No, you are fucking. God, you are tight.
Yeah,
I like this.
I got a tight
Some
asshole.
good fan
You are-
service for the podcast.
Did I take it? Oh,
It's a
there we
great
go.
picture.
That's a beautiful picture. Actually, this is going
That
on my
should
Twitter.
be- yeah.
This is going to be my Facebook profile picture now.
This is gonna be my.
And I have
Maybe
work
the
people in there.
podcast
I have work people. Yeah, that's actually going to be like, fuck that half and half shit that you
Yeah.
have. That's
This
the
is beautiful.
that's the new podcast picture.
This is. I love it. Fuck it. Let's make this the fucking.
This is the actual picture now.
It's great. It's great. It is actually great. Yeah.
I mean, from
Let's
the
make
angle I
this
was
the.
at,
We're gonna make this the thumbnail for this podcast too. That's a good one.
Yes.
I like
Yeah.
this. That's fucking beautiful. I love it. I kind of want to. I think I should.
I think.
Oh my god! And where I'm eating it looks fucking good. I
Yeah.
think this is a fucking masterpiece of a picture. We fucking killed it.
Yeah, we did actually. That was really great.
Yep. All right. I gotta kill this.
I was
drink.
super against that at first, but fantastic actually. You know, prime judgment by you as always. Actually, for,
Thank you.
you know, for the most part, yeah.
Especially responding
Did
to
you
your
just
wife.
watch that whole thing? Did you just watch that?
did.
Did you
Oh,
watch
wait,
that
wait,
entire
wait, wait,
event?
stand up, stand up.
Did you just watch
Nope,
that
don't
entire?
make him stand up.
Okay.
He's
Did
good.
you just watch that entire? Okay. All right.
But,
I did, but don't mention it.
can I just say, one,
It was caught on camera. Like, I'm
No,
sure if
they
they
can't
slow it
see it.
down.
They
I'm sure
can't-
if they
no,
slow
no,
it
no,
down.
they can't.
No, I know they can't see down there, but I'm sure if they want to slow it down, they could watch it happen as I was bringing it up to my.
Let's
You'll
be
find it
honest,
out. You'll
anyone
find it
who's
out.
Watching this does not care that much.
Probably
Alright.
not.
I'm
No.
gonna
One.
be honest with you.
Kenji
Yeah.
is awesome. Two,
I appreciate you calling her by my specialized nickname for her own podcast.
we just call her that in real life too.
I know you do.
No, like when we were Kenji shopping, we called it Kenji shopping because
Yeah, not Christmas shopping.
She's
or
just
Kenji
Kenji.
shopping.
I only call her by her name to her face. Because, like I call
Carmela.
you by your name to your face because most of the time I just call you my bitch. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's a bad joke. It was a bad joke. I'm throwing that away.
So we're
But
gonna go see Cassandra later.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, we're gonna go see.
rule
Sandra
number
later.
2.
No, you have to come up with a new name every time. That's the joke. She was
Yeah.
Carmela first, or no, she was Kenji, then she was Carmela. then she
Carmela,
was-
who's
That's-
Carmel?
That was her name. The second
Christina?
time. And then yeah, come on, get with the picture. Kathy.
Crystal?
You know. Yes, we're gonna see her later. When? Is the question.
I have to,
Carpatula?
well,
No, don't
I
break
said,
those.
No,
Don't.
I said I would tell you guys after podcast what I have to. Yeah. I
sorry.
said I would
My
tell you
bad, my
after
bad.
podcast. There's something
Yeah.
I need to do first to check out.
Nah,
Gotcha.
she good.
How
She
much
took
alcohol do you have left, babe?
Everett, down it.
That's it, y'all. I haven't puked once.
Down it.
Don't call me.
Finish the
word.
podcast.
Be inclusive for all people.
We're being
What's your favorite
inclusive
tobacco?
For his waifu.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Redman.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Redman. Redman
No,
Gold.
I like Anya Taylor-Joy because her eyes are really far apart.
I don't get what you're getting at, but I'm
Like-
making a really dumb racist joke right now.
Well, I was making a mental handicap joke.
That's really mean. Her eyes are just a little far apart.
You're making fun of my race.
That's easier than making fun of someone whose eyes are far apart.
No, but just stop being fucking old and having kids. Old people are like
My parents were old. Are you telling
No,
me
your
I'm a
parents-
freak?
Oh shit.
no, your parents.
Oh.
No, your eyes aren't far apart. You're fucking hot. I'd fuck you. I'd fuck you.
Oh
I
my
do
God.
fuck
Too
you.
far apart.
Oh my god, you just got dunked on so fucking hard and you don't even know.
Your eyes
Oh
may
my
be far
God.
apart, babe.
Oh my god.
Okay, no. Well,
Oh, Everett.
her
You
eyes.
poor thing. Oh.
Your eyes may.
Oh.
You done owing? You done ooh-ooing?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
That was rough.
Okay.
I felt that. Oh, she really got you there. I don't think you know through your drunkenness how good she got you. Oh,
No.
but she got you.
I just want to say, your eyes may be far apart,
Whoa.
but your mouth is even wider than the circumference of your eye separation. I'm just saying,
You know what's even wider?
your throat.
My middle finger.
No, you have you have two middle
should've
fingers
said your
up.
asshole,
You said your
right?
middle finger, but
two.
you should
Yeah.
you should have said your asshole.
He's gonna get strapped on tonight, and it's not going to be easy, and it's going to be dry.
Actually, like
Yeah.
that's not.
That's their plan. That's not my plan.
No,
that's their plan.
that's not any different than what we do. Like we do the strap-on thing.
Yeah, this is regular for
Yeah,
us. We're
like-
just discussing the regular things that happen.
Fridays are for
us.
strap-ons.
Fridays are for strap-ons, and
Everyone
it's
knows
going
that.
to be
Yeah.
tonight because
it's-
Everett has slighted Brenna.
No, it's always been dry. Fridays are for strap-ons, and we always go in dry. Those are the rules, right? Yeah, we don't
Brandon
fuck with
knows.
tradition. You don't fuck with tradition.
So just like
the same
Here's
shit
what
with
happens
like
on-
what we do like with the bourbon shit
first
every
glass
year.
is neat, first thrust is dry.
Well, the first few thrusts. The first few thrusts are dry until she breaks the skin. Like it's not a good.
Everett, quit elaborating and finish your bourbon.
Well, it's not a good Friday.
Quit elaborating on the joke and finish your bourbon.
It's not a good.
Let's end the podcast. It's gone on long enough.
Yeah, we're waiting on you, babe.
I know. I just don't want to throw up on camera.
We
It's
know.
embarrassing.
It's watered
No,
down.
but still.
I know, but it's
Okay, fair.
I've had a
You're
lot
right.
to
You're
drink
right. No, you're fair. You're fair.
You
You're in the
want
right.
water
You're in the
there?
right.
You can
You're in the
put some
right.
water in there to water
4.5
down
glasses
right
of wine. Fucking
Glasses. Glasses. I was laughing at glasses.
Oh yeah.
now. He means bottle.
He means bottles, and we're not joking about that.
My glass is a bottle. If I
Yeah.
drink it out of the bottle is a glass. Therefore, I've only had 4 glasses of wine, not 4 bottles.
4.5
Yes.
bottles of wine. 4 cans of those Nitro Brew Kahlua.
Do you love me?
Do you love? Oh,
I think you
fucking
had
fuck.
3.
Thank you.
3 of those.
Thank
and
you.
then 1 Blue Moon. And then this bottle
Right.
of bourbon.
And
Don't clap. Don't clap. All right.
you're fine.
All right.
You're fine.
No, we're
He's
done.
good.
You're fine.
We're gonna go smoke a cigar.
And podcast.
Well,
Hwah!
lastly, if
Lastly?
you haven't yet, subscribe to Amaranth.
Hwah!